It's your it's your boy Basement Boxing Talk coming to you live, and I'm gonna play this intro, and we gonna get the show started.
He say, basement, boxing tall. You know I'm a warrior, right? Fuck that, I'm a champion. Basement, boxing talk. Left, right, jab in the hook. Better protect your jaw. 12 rounds if you can last. Better protect your fall. I got hits like Mayweather. You hit that round of applause. No question, the problem solved. Basement, boxing talk. Left, right, jab in the hook. Better protect your jaw. 12 rounds if you can last. Better protect your fall. I got hits like Mayweather. You hit that round of applause. No question, the problem solved. I'm feeling cocky. I hit a thing to beat the ring, a boof up like I'm Rocky. ASAP, any opponent think they can stop me. I stay strapped, chop tryna learn my moves so you can copy. You gotta give it your all. Gotta give it your all. When you're back against the wall. When you're back against the wall. When you the one people call. When you the one people call. To keep greatness involved. To keep greatness involved. Basement, boxer talk. Left, right, jab in the hook. Better protect your jaw. 12 rounds if you can last. Better protect your fall. I got hits like Mayweather. You hit that round of applause. No question, the problem solved. Basement, boxer talk. Left, right, jab in the hook. Better protect.
It's your boy Basement Boxing Talk coming to you live, and I hope everybody's in good spirits today. Saturday, November the 12th, and we're supposed to have a special guest in today with a special interview. Hopefully everything goes down. I'm gonna see if the guys on the panel show pop up. There's a lot of things going on this weekend. Things in boxing going on, so a lot of people a lot of people been busy. A lot of people been busy. Where we gonna try to pull through this and get this show, keep this show popping, man. Keep this show popping. Appreciate everybody for coming through, supporting your boy, supporting the brand. We got new merch for sale. Sweatshirts, sweatpants, hoodies, hats, masks, gloves. We got it all for sale. Hit your boy Basement up on Instagram. DM me about our merch for sale. I will be putting the content on the YouTube channel. So, today we're supposed to have a special guest interview with Shanchez Maniac Mcghee. And he's a boxer, born and raised out of Atlanta. Currently boxing out of North Carolina. And he just had his first pro debut this weekend. Last weekend. And he was able to get knockout, first round knockout, which was kind of highly impressive. So I'm looking forward to interviewing him and getting that and getting the show popping. But in the meantime, your boy Basement, man, we here, man, we rocking, bro. want to wait till some of the guys came in here to get their thoughts on the some of the mandates that's been going on with the WBC here lately. We noticed well, hey, well, fuck it. We ain't gonna skip around the bush. Okay. Well, this week the WBC has mandated a few fights to take place. If these fights take place, who knows? There's a lot of discrepancies still going on within the promotional companies. You know, PBC, Top Rank, the Zone. But yeah, man. This week the WBC is lightweight put their foot down on people's neck, man, and they didn't they're letting these guys know that they forcing these guys to fight. And like I said, whether these guys fight each other, who knows? But we'd like to see some of these fights do happen. One of the fights that has been mandated has been the WBC has came down and mandated Keith Thurman and Earl Spence Jr. There's been a lot of talks about this fight, a lot of speculations about this fight. We know that this is the fight that Earl Spence wanted years and years and years ago, and the fight was never made to happen. Keith Thurman was the guy that was telling Earl Spence, you got to earn a strap. Earl earned a strap, and Keith still never did give him the fight. Long story short, Keith winds up getting stripped of the WBC belt from inactivity. Then he loses the WBA belt to Manny Pacquiao, which Manny Pacquiao turns around and loses the belt to Ugas. Ugas turns around and loses the belt to Earl Spence. With that being said, Earl Spence was looking for the Terrence Crawford fight, and we know the fight has not happened. Hold on. I apologize. We was having technical difficulty of trying to get uh the boxer Sanchez Maniac McGee on here. Had to send the link again. So back what I was saying, the WBC has mandated this Keith Thurman and Earl Spence fight. Now it's been known for Earl Spence to say that he doesn't want this fight because when he wanted to fight, Keith never gave him the fight. So it's still a toss up in the air what goes on in this 147 pound division. I believe the WBC has mandated Isaac Pitbull Cruz versus Shakur Stevenson. Now the funny thing about that is it's been yesterday, it was known to come out. Sources revealed that Isaac Pitbull Cruz father said they don't want to fight. For some reason, they don't want to fight. They're more interested in the Lomachenko fight than the Shakur fight. And I kind of understand why they would be more interested in the Lomachenko than the Shakur fight. And my take on that is, due to the last performance of Lomachenko, maybe Pitbull Cruz and their team has felt that he's slacking up. That maybe they see something in Lomachenko, like Lomachenko slacking up, he's getting slower, or maybe he's in lost a step, or maybe it could have just been ring rust. But I just know that Lomachenko did not look like the same Lomachenko when he fought Ortiz. I'm not taking another way from Ortiz. Ortiz lost a great fight. That was his first time for him fighting a 12-rounder, and he went 12 rounds. So I can understand why he was gassed and all that. I can understand that. And I believe he was maybe a couple rounds away from winning the fight. So I can understand why Pitbull Cruz and his team were willing to take the Lomachenko route for as taking the Shakur route. Because the Shakur route, to me, is an automatic loss. I don't see nothing that Pitbull can do with Shakur Stevenson. A lot of people talk about, well, Pitbull, his unorthodox style is gonna throw Shakur off. Shakur is more used to timing and controlling the fight, and he won't be able to control this fight. Hey, Shakur has been under pressure before. A lot of people give Isaac Pitbull Cruz, to me, more props than they should be because he lasted 12 rounds with Tank. Because he lasted 12 rounds with Tank. The 12 rounds that he lasted with Tank, 6 of those rounds, Tank had a broke hand. And I argue this with people every day that, man, Isaac Cruz, I'm not destroying I'm not destroying no boxers' ethics at all. But Isaac Pitbull Cruz will not be able to hang with Shakur Stevenson or Gervonta Tank Davis at all. Oh, we got my man Maniac in the building. Champ, what's good?
Yo, what's up with you, bro?
What's good with you, Champ?
I can't call it, man. Just chilling, resting.
That's what's good, man. Hey, congratulations on your fight, man. On your
I
victory.
appreciate it, dog. I appreciate it, man.
Yes, sir. I was just here chopping it up, man. Usually people be on the panel, but I know this weekend a lot of people got things they doing. But
Hmm.
I want to give you your flowers, bro, while we can.
I appreciate it.
Before too many people get your flowers, I want to be one of the first to give your flowers
Yeah.
and congratulate you on the win. My man, Sanchez Maniac McGee had his first pro fight last
Hmm.
weekend,
Yep. Yep.
and it was a first round victory stoppage.
Hmm.
Uh, I let him tell you a little bit about himself. For those who don't know my man, I'm gonna let him explain himself to you. I want you guys to follow my man on his Instagram, all social medias, man. This is an up and coming light welterweight,
Yep. Yep.
future welterweight. You feel me? Champion of the world.
Mm.
And this is my man Sanchez Maniac McGee. Here you go, bro. Tell a little people about yourself.
So, yeah. First and last name Sanchez, last name McGee. From Atlanta, Georgia. Born and raised, West Side baby. For anybody who know about Atlanta, I've been in the Army 12 years. Served active duty, still active duty currently. Boxed in the Army for 4 years, and it's just been a journey, man. I love boxing. Um, like I said, I'm still active duty, so I still got a military type of bearing about me of how I carry myself. But boxing, I feel like really shaped me into the man that I am today. To be honest.
So okay. With that being said, how do you think boxing shaped you into the man you are today?
Um, yeah. So I hear people always say like, if it wasn't for boxing, I don't know where I would be. I'd probably be dead. And say I'm not gonna play myself like that. I was always knowing that I was gonna do something with myself. I don't know what it was gonna be, but I knew I was gonna be successful at it. And then boxing came along, man. Like first time I walked into the gym, it was like I was at home for the first time for real, and I never left, never left.
How old were you when you first started boxing?
Um, I was pretty old, man. I was like 24. Yeah. Yeah.
So when you were younger, was there any other sports that you played before you got introduced to boxing?
Yeah, I ran track in high school. When I got to college, I realized that I'm not as fast as I thought because you got people like 6'4", 6'5", running the same speed as you. Yeah, and so yeah, I ran track. I played football in my early high school years, but football wasn't for me at the time. And yeah, it's track and boxing.
So what made you choose boxing? What made you choose boxing?
I have no idea. That's why I say I think it chose me.
Okay.
Like I always wanted to do it. It was like one of them things I always wanted to do. I always was getting into fights, and even like in the military, still getting into some trouble, And I don't know, man. One day, I think a friend of mine, he was just like, "Man, it's a boxing gym around here, bro. You want to go?" And I think since then, yeah, we walked in there and then walk out.
That's what's up, bro. That's what's up. So tell us a little bit about your amateur career.
Yeah, so I only have 13 amateur fights. Being that I'm still active duty and I'm in 82nd division, so it's kind of hard to try to do your own thing and still give your all, to your country, for lack of better words. So they weren't really too supportive of it. So I had to get a fight when I could due to deployments, field problems. I moved to Colorado to get closer to the Army boxing team, and and then COVID happened. So
How's the Army boxing team? How did that go?
So you got levels. You got all Army boxing. Then you have WCAP, which WCAP, these are the people that wake up, eat, sleep boxing. They still soldiers, they still active duty, but they only box. So all Army it's pretty much a tournament throughout, like every year, a tournament throughout the year where everybody from all over the Army compete on who's the best, in that specific weight class. So that's what I was doing. I was going to all Army, and I didn't get a chance to go to WCAP. So I would say I had a successful amateur career, being that it was short. Yeah, but I know it's variables to how short my career was, but I picked up fast. I learned fast. I picked up fast, and I don't got no complaints, man.
And what gym are you fighting out of?
So I'm in Fayetteville, North Carolina, and the gym is Ambition Boxing Academy.
Salute
Shout
to my
out,
man.
yeah, I
Go
was
ahead.
about to say shout out to Coach Khalil, Ambition Boxing, man. Probably the best boxing coach in North Carolina for real.
I want to give a shout out to Jamie Lopez that's in the chat.
Oh, my boy
PGH Big
Jaime.
Dog is in the chat. My good brother Bruce Gas, Boxing, Jazz, and more. He's in the chat. I appreciate you guys for all coming through.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you saying out of North? You saying you fighting out of the gym is out of North Carolina? You said?
Yeah, Fayetteville, North Carolina.
Fayetteville, North Carolina.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I've been with Coach. That was the gym I walked into, and me and him, we just some people you just click with. You just understand each other, and so me and my coach we clicked, and it's just been a partnership.
How did you go about choosing that gym?
I think that was the first gym when we decided we was gonna go boxing. That was the first gym we tried out, and when we walked in there, we felt like we got this old school type of feeling, like this how a boxing gym's supposed to be. A lot of boxing gyms they look cool, they clean, and that's good and all, but that just gave us that city feeling of just walking into there, and it's a lot of old school bags, and you got the floors, and it's just an old school setup. And my coach is from Philly, so I love it the way it is.
It's how long was your training camp for this fight? This was your first professional fight.
Yeah.
How was going through your first pro training camp? How was that? And the sacrifices. Let everybody know the sacrifice that you had to put in, the hard work you had to put in to let people know that this is not just an easy sport.
Yeah. So when I first started, when I decided I was gonna go pro, I haven't had a boxing match since 2019 in March. So I've been out the ring for 3 years, and let alone not fighting amateur. I never fought a pro fight before. So I was 173 pounds when I decided I was gonna turn pro. I knew I was gonna, strap down on myself and just take it serious. And I did it, man. And so like a lot of my time in training camp was more strength and conditioning, endurance, staying sharp, and just being disciplined for real. My diets, I went on diets without having to go on diets, just to train myself and have that mental toughness by the time the fight come. And when I was going through the midst of behind the scenes of getting ready for my debut, there was a lot of moving pieces, a lot of things was changing. It was definitely a much faster pace than the amateurs. In the amateurs, everything's pretty much done for you. In the pros, if you don't have like a manager, or you don't have a promoter or somebody that's backing you, you got to do everything yourself. So just learning the ins and outs of that, and how fast everything changes, how fast everything moves. The lights are brighter, the lights are bigger, the stage is bigger. There's more people watching you now, and it was a lot of the process, but it wasn't a lot of anxiety to handle.
Right.
So I think I took it pretty well, and I was pretty focused for my first pro fight. But it still took a couple of days for me to process it. Like, damn, I really just did this. So, yeah.
Let me see. So you got your first victory, and what's next for you?
So I'm looking to fight after the holidays, spend some time with my family. I didn't get to travel, doing this training. Kick it with my kids, get to go do some fun holiday stuff with the family. They all came to support me. So I want to go see the people I didn't get to see. And, all the people that sacrificed for me to be able to do something I love to do. I want to go, pay homage to them over these holidays.
Now tell me, how did that feel for your family to pack up, get on the road, and take that trip, and you come down the aisle, and you can hear them calling your name.
Yeah.
You maybe can see them. You probably know exactly where they're sitting there. Just tell me what emotion goes through you at that moment, man.
That's what I said. Like, in the moment, I can't really pay much attention to it, but I see it, right? Like when I first came out the tunnel, the first person I seen in the crowd was my best friend. So once I locked on to him, I said, okay, most likely he's sitting by my family. So I'm like, okay, this is where my family at. Then I get in the ring, I see my homie that cut my hair. I see my barber, and I'm like, hey, okay. People showed up. So in my head, I'm acknowledging these things, but
man, give these people shout outs, man.
Right,
yeah, so man. Come on, man. Give a shout out to the barber. Give a shout out to these people. These people travel, man.
Yeah, shout out to my boy Low on Illville Barbershop, the illest barbershop, in Fayetteville. Shout out to Mondukes, man. Shout out to my pops. Man, shout out to my kids for showing up. Just all my support system, man. Like coming out of that tunnel and hearing people cheering for you. It did make me feel like love, if that makes sense. Like made me feel supported. So that's why I said not only just having my first pro fight, but it took me a couple days to process everything. Like, damn, people really dropped what they was doing to come and support me.
So you say you was 170 some pounds when you first decided to come back.
Mm-hmm.
How was it cutting weight? How was it cutting weight?
Cutting weight wasn't bad. It was the diet, more so the diet. Because I love to eat and I like to eat what I want to eat. So just staying disciplined on eating what you have to eat in order to keep shedding this weight and to be in the best shape. Because one thing I did know is when I stepped up on this stage, we will not embarrass ourselves in the sense of just not being in shape, not being prepared. And probably the worst way to lose a fight is to not be in shape. To have all of the abilities, but you don't have the discipline to get the win. What's more embarrassing than that?
What was a typical day in training camp for you? Like morning to night?
So in the mornings, what I'll do is strength and conditioning. I always incorporate cardio, abs. So I work out, I lift in the sense of just conditioning my muscles, the reactions. I do a little footwork on the treadmill, run a couple miles. Then after strength and conditioning, I'll go run a couple more miles on the road. And in the afternoons, in the evening times, I go to the boxing gym, sharpen up, whatever.
How many miles you say you run a day?
A day? No more than 5. No more than 5. Some days I'll run a couple miles, but majority of maybe 4 days out the week, I'm running about 5 miles. And it's just a light jog.
Where do you see yourself in the next 2 years in boxing?
For one, I see myself getting this Ryan Garcia fight. I think I can get
Oh,
that fight. I think I can get
okay,
that fight.
okay. You want Ryan Garcia?
I want Ryan Garcia. It's another guy who signed to Jake Paul. His name Dean the Great. I would love to get those fights. And I'm only 1-0, y'all. So if y'all can beat me, call me out. Let's make it happen. Cause I take that fight in a heartbeat. I feel like I can beat Ryan right now, and I feel like I can beat Dean the Great easy right now. And I got one pro fight. I ain't been in the ring in 3 years. So if you better than me, then you better than me. But I doubt it.
Hey, you heard this shit first, man. You heard it first on Basement Boxing Talk, man. My man, Maniac Sanchez Mcghee, 1-0, is calling out Ryan Garcia, bro. Salute to you, bro. Salute. Ryan, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Is there any other prospect, anybody else in boxing you looking forward to seeing?
No, I mean, just mainly them two. That's my short-term goal in boxing, is to get those 2 fights, get some money in my pocket, get some status, and keep seeing the opportunities that's presented. I'm boxing because I want to, not because I need to. So I feel like I got a different hunger when I bring it to the table. I feel like I got a lot more to prove. Your mic muted.
I'm back, bro. My bad. So, hold on. There we go. All right. So my man Maniac Mcghee said he wants Ryan Garcia or anybody at 140. He's on the rampage. Next 2 years, you see yourself being a world champion, right?
Hey, God willing, then yeah, God willing.
So, somebody in the chat said you're gonna get Mayweather his first loss. Hey, that would be great. That would be great. Excellent. So, by this being your first fight, and hey, you call Ryan out. You can't take it back. You're a man of your word, bro. Do you think that's moving a little bit too fast, or you believe that you're there? You're there. What one fight? You there?
No, I feel like just skill wise, humbly anyway, skill wise, I'm better. As far as earning my keep in boxing, I definitely got a lot more to gain, a lot more to prove. And just skill wise, I got a lot more to do before realistically I'll probably get a Ryan fight. But I feel like everybody, once they start boxing, has this gauge of, when I get to this level, who do I have my eyes set on? And that's just the first person that that instantly dings into my head is I want to challenge Ryan Garcia.
Is there any particular reason why Ryan though? Is it something that you see?
Yeah. That's why I said skill wise. Now, if he really just that fast and that good, then that at the end of the day, that's gonna earn my respect. But from what I see as a boxing fan, because I love boxing, I want to see what that look like in front of me, because I think I'm gonna exploit it.
What is Troy saying?
He said maybe he doesn't fight real boxers anymore. He only fights 18, 19-year-olds from Dubai. He got to be talking about Ryan. Yeah, but I ain't gonna give that man too much more fame.
Hey, bro. Hey, that would hit me by shock, bro. I wasn't expecting you to call out. Damn. Okay.
Yeah,
140.
that's my gauge. If we talking about, um, if I had to choose the first fight I'm able to get at 140, a big name, I rather choose Ryan. I'm gonna choose Ryan. I think that's somebody like this early on that I would be able to beat.
Hey, they saying cold blooded. Yes, sir. Troy saying that's Mayweather.
Nah, man, Mcghee, man.
Wow, bro. That one, hey, that one took me by shock, bro. It's like I done took a motherfucking body shot off that one.
Nah,
that
but
would that would
respect
took me
to him,
by.
bro. Young dude got some talent, but I mean, yeah.
Okay, we gonna switch the conversation a little bit. Since who do you see being the best 140? Because the 140 division is kind of open right now. So who do you see being best at 140 right now?
Um,
And how long do you see yourself being at 142?
um, the best at 140 to me,
It's kind
top
of
three.
open, bro. It's
Yeah,
kind
no,
of
but like just okay, being that it's open, just top three to me as far as like longevity, and I think that's gonna be there. I think T.O. gonna surprise people. I think Antoine Russell, he gonna be there. Um, and I feel like Regis Prograis is gonna be there too. Um, I feel like I can be at 140 as long as I want to be at 140. As long as it's smart, it's a smart decision. Physically, emotionally, mentally. If I can make the weight comfortably, then I stay there. But if it's a struggle, I ain't got really much time to try to play with stuff up and down. So
are you gonna stay more in more boxing shape now due to you didn't had your first pro fight
mhm.
and maybe not let your weight blow up so much?
Yeah, most definitely. I'm always in shape. I love running, bro. I love running. I can run, man. I've been running for some years, so I'm always running. I'm always, make sure my endurance is straight. So
That's cool. Um, give me your thoughts on the WBC doing. We're gonna switch it a little bit. Give me your thoughts on some other things on boxing. The WBC just mandated a lot of fights. A
mhm.
lot of these fights we know due to promotional companies, and a lot of these fights will probably never happen. But what was your thoughts on them mandating the Isaac Cruz and Shakur fight?
that I think that's a good fight for real. I love that fight, but it's hard to see how that fight will happen because I don't think Isaac Cruz is top ranked, right?
Nah, Isaac Cruz is actually uh
That's a PBC fighter, right?
he PBC, but that's Manny Pacquiao's fighter.
Okay. So yeah,
That's PBC.
yeah. So I mean, I don't really see them, making that fight happen, especially for the mandatory of, for the WBC for Devin Haney's belt. Um, I'm, yeah, I mean, I say if Shakur is taking that route through the WBC, maybe it can happen. But I think that's a just in case Shakur does try to go this route. We mandate this fight to get to Devin Haney. But like I think I heard Bob Arum say that we're gonna go a different route. We're not even gonna take this WBC route because why we need to fight him. So we'll see. It's an interesting fight to me though. But I think Shakur end up picking him apart and just frustrating him.
A lot of people sit up here and I think a lot of people give Isaac Cruz a little bit more props than what they should be. And only because the only justification is, well, he went 12 rounds with Tank. And I say, well, damn, 6 of them, his hand was broke.
Yep.
So you can't sit up here and say that, the man with 12 rounds, and then the next 2 fights he has was bar fights, bro. You feel me? Fights that they was set up for the knockout. So word came out yesterday that Isaac Cruz's father said that they didn't want to go the Shakur route. They would rather go the Lomachenko route.
That don't make sense either.
I think what they were trying to get to were that going by Lomachenko's last fight against Ortiz,
they think they got an easy win.
It looked like he had ring rust or whatever. He looked a little bit slower, but
on Lomachenko bad day, he'll outbox Isaac Cruz. On a bad day. The thing is what they seeing is like it's a saying that it's different in front of you, right?
Right.
What they seeing from the outside looking in is Isaac Cruz don't even have the skills that Jermaine Ortiz have to trouble Loma. So they looking at that like that's food. That's you overpriced yourself. I feel like he giving himself too much credit, like he really can box like that. It's like, bro, Lomachenko will turn you all night. He would be salsa dancing on that boy all night.
I agree. What did you think about it came out? Oh, my man. Salute to my man Sir Ken in the building. What's good, brother? Salute, bro.
What's up,
bro? Word came out yesterday also too that Anthony Joshua was considering getting Roy Jones for his trainer. What's your thoughts on that? Do you think it is anything that can be changed with Anthony Joshua? And this is what the word supposed to came out of his mouth, that with Roy Jones in the tune-up fight, he had knocked Wilder and Fury out. I'm gonna get your thoughts on this before I say anything.
Well, first of all, he not knocking out Wilder, right? So if that's what he want to do, I always say different vibes for different folks. Only thing I will say is I hope Mr. Roy Jones don't try to change AJ into what Roy Jones would fight like if he was heavyweight. If that makes sense. Try to make him into a Roy Jones at heavyweight. I hope he don't do that. I don't see nothing wrong with AJ looking for a trainer to fit his style because obviously he still want to box. He just I feel like he frustrated and wanted to fix his shortcomings because he been perfect for so long. So, me personally, if I was AJ, I would go with running Shields.
Of course.
That's just me.
I would probably go too. What about Lennox Lewis?
That's fine too.
Someone's been there. You feel me?
Yeah, that's fine too. That's no different from Deontay Wilder going with Malik Malik Cunningham or some shit like that.
Oh, Malik Scott,
yeah, him, yeah.
Nah, it is different because hold on.
It's different. It's different. Oh, So
It's a
it's
different because
different,
Leonard
yes,
Lewis
because
was world
he was
champion,
a world
bro.
champion. I get it. It's different, but I'm saying it's like it's kind of like the same thing almost though. Like, yeah, I get one was Deontay Wilder's opponent, but I don't know. It's kind of the same thing to me. Me personally, I don't think Lennox Lewis would be the best trainer for him. I would much rather say Riddick Bowe. I feel like, and that's the reason why I said I think Ronnie Shields would be good because Ronnie Shields has David Morrell, he's had Lara, and he has Jamal Charlo, he had Jamel Charlo. So I feel like that foundation that Ronnie Shields is going to set for his fighters is holding them accountable for one, holding himself accountable for two, and he gonna have them stick that jab. That first of all, that jab is gonna be a stick when you mess with Ronnie Shields. You're gonna throw it. Then your right hand is gonna be pinpoint too. So I feel like they're gonna be in shape. I like him with Ronnie Shields. It'll be a problem to me.
Roddy Shields will be good. Troy, I put the link in there. Come explain yourself. Explain yourself, Troy. It's been a while since you've been on here. Explain yourself. Me personally, I want to know this too. If anything, Roy Jones can teach Anthony Joshua at this moment. To me, it's not that Anthony Joshua is lacking skills. It's more that he's lacking aggression. My man Troy.
Hey, bless up and big up to the host and
What's
to the
good,
guest.
bro?
I didn't want to come on out of respect because I didn't do any research on Brother Sanchez here, so I didn't want to interrupt your interview or anything. I just, I just didn't feel it was right for me to come on, and I didn't do any research on the brother. But what are you talking about? My comment about Tommy Brooks?
Yeah, comment on Tommy Brooks.
Yeah, I said he's the greatest living trainer alive. Yeah, he's trained over 20 plus champions. And he comes, and his trainer was Eddie Fudge, the greatest trainer ever. He's trained Tyson, he's trained Holyfield, Junior Jones, Hasim Rahman, etc., Ray Mercer, etc., etc. So yeah, there's actually no trainer alive today that has more. I mean, to Usyk the first time.
We can't hear you, Troy. What'd you say?
Oh, you can't hear you didn't hear anything I said?
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, we hear you. There you go. There you go. There you go.
Okay, I'm sorry, man. What did you hear? What was the last thing you heard me say?
Ah, man.
Nothing. You didn't hear me say nothing.
Seconds, bro.
Okay. Let me start from the beginning. I said I didn't want to come. Okay, good. Okay.
Yeah, bro.
Okay.
It's all love. No, it's all love, bro. You're not interrupting that.
Just him. He go to Tommy Brooks because Tommy Brooks is used to training heavyweights, and he's the greatest current trainer alive. He has over 20 world champions he's worked with, and a bunch of Hall of Famers, Holyfield, Tyson, and the list goes on and on and on. Okay. So that's why I threw his name out there like that, because there's no other trainer out here that has more champions or under their belt. Go ahead and Google him, man. Tommy Brooks. And also, brother Sanchez, right?
Yes, sir.
Hello? Yeah, you said you fight at 140?
Yes, sir.
Are you close to Baltimore?
Huh?
Are you close to the DMV area, like Baltimore or anything?
I'm like 4.5 hours.
Yeah, because I got a boxing nephew, man. I've been watching this young man since he was 12. He's about 22 now. And I put his name in the chat already. His name is Muhammad, right? Mm-hmm. Muhammad Jones. aka Mojo. He fights out of Umar Boxing Gym. His trainer is the great Marvin McDowell, the champion maker. He's about 6-0 with 4 knockouts, man. He's doing his thing. So yeah, he's doing his thing, man. Yeah, so if you want to reach out to them, go right ahead. Go right ahead, man.
Okay.
And see if he's open for it. Yeah.
Well, definitely.
All I can tell you, about nephew is that he's well trained, he's confident, and he has that gift. He can put you to sleep at any time. He got that gift. Yes, he can.
Yeah. I'll hold you up on that, man. And much blessings and success to your nephew.
All right, brother. I'm gonna go ahead and jump off there. I'll let y'all continue with the interview, man.
I appreciate you coming through, Troy.
No problem, brother. No problem.
There we go. Yeah. So, brother, Tommy Brooks, I just looked him up too, man. Damn, I didn't know, but yeah. You got a good one, Troy. That was a good one. Because he's in training Evander Holyfield, Mike Tyson, Michael Grant, Larry Donald, clinch coach, both of the clinch coaches, Mike McCollum, Meldrick Taylor, Charles Murray, Freddie Pendleton, Rocky Lodrick, Junior Jones, Sean George, David Price. Yeah, hey.
They got some names.
That's a good one, right? Yeah, that's a good one.
Bro. Got some names.
Hey, he done trained some champions, bro. He definitely trained some champions. Damn. Learn something new every day. What you think about? I know you done already called him out here on the show, but what you think about this Tank and Ryan Garcia fight? You think that's a fight that can be made?
Yeah, I think any fight can be made. If it does get made, just a moment of silence for Ryan. I don't think that's a good fight for him. I just don't understand why the logic behind, skipping over your mandatory shot to fight Devin Haney, but you're gonna jump straight to Tank, who's more dangerous. It just don't make sense to me. Just me personally, I think Tank is way more dangerous than Devin Haney. So why would you skip over the mandatory? He could have been fought for Devin Haney belt, and that could have been him versus Kambosos instead of Devin Haney. But he jumped straight to Tank, so I already think that that's a bad move. I think it's going to end bad for him. What's up, Mo?
Good, yo, City in the building. Good, bro.
What's up?
So what you?
Chilling, man.
Just chilling.
Yeah, just chilling, bro. What's the deal?
What's your thoughts? Tell us what your thoughts on this.
On what in particular?
First we were talking about Roy Jones. We were congratulating my good brother Maniac on his victory last week.
Once again, congratulations, bro.
And
appreciate it.
We've been bouncing around, but the good brother Troy turned me on to something, man. He turned me on to Tommy Brooks. Was you hip to Tommy Brooks?
What about Tommy?
No, because listen, we was the conversation came up yesterday about Anthony Joshua looking to find a new trainer and maybe one with Roy Jones.
Yeah, I heard that.
I asked Maniac what was his thoughts on that, and I want to know your thoughts on that. And Troy was in the chat, and Troy said, man, Tommy Brooks. And I'm like, Tommy Brooks, come explain yourself, Troy. And Troy just jumped up on here to explain himself, Tommy Brooks. I looked him up. I didn't know Tommy Brooks trained so many world champions that he did.
I personally don't think that there's a remedy for where AJ is at. I think he this is too little of an effort too late. I honestly believe that the Ruiz fight ruined him as far as it caused him to be more gunshot than you've ever seen the guy fight in his career. But what he didn't do, unlike Klitschko or Fury or Lennox Lewis, was come here to this country early for a different type of style of opponent and get acclimated to a different mentality early, so that later on down the road in his career, he could always fall on that foundation. I think when he stayed out there with all the Callums and the Liams and the Quigleys and all those kind of guys, he's developed a certain mentality that he can't get out of. It's a certain level of opposition that he's not used to in the gym now, not necessarily in the ring, but in the gym, that you can only get here, but he's 33 years old. There is no fix it for that right at this point. So, that's how I look at it.
That's what's up. That's what's up. We also was talking about too. Shout out to Let's Talk Sports in the building. My good brother AK. What's good, bro? He says maybe Usyk is better than we think, and we just overrating a good trainer and still helping.
You know why a good trainer won't help him? Because you have to submit to a program in order to gain any type of positivity or gains. Him personally, it looks like he doesn't let anybody just completely orientate what he's trying to do. Like, oh, he'll tell a guy, I'm not gonna do that, or I'm not gonna do this. They made a big deal about who was about to be his trainer. Then he ends up out there with Robert Garcia, and Robert Garcia doesn't have two words for him during the fight. For me, that said a lot. I'm not saying Robert was supposed to be his head coach, but what I did see was a lot of my way type of ideology with AJ.
He said he don't believe. Hey, I see this. Hey, I said the same thing too. Like, what was the reason for having Garcia there if he don't get to put no input during the fight?
Just because he did it for shits and giggles. He traveled around in USA and toured looking for. Remember, he came to Houston trying to recruit Ronnie Shields, and he turned it down. And bro, you don't gotta believe it, AK. You can see it.
Salute to my good brother Black Star Sports TV in the building. What's good, bro? Troy said it's not the physical, the Joshua Park. You're right. It's right. The mental. So the mental cannot be taught, bro. The mental cannot be taught.
Nah.
Not at this age.
It can't be taught, but it can be broken.
It's gonna take a lot, bro.
It's nothing that they can do. I don't think he can do anything. I think Wilder knocks him out and Fury beats him. Oh yeah, and Usyk beats him too.
Again.
Yeah, he's just not I don't think he's mentally that tough. What it look like?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I don't have much to say on AJ for real.
Because it ain't really much to say. It's really all out there already. It's all on the table.
Yeah.
Did his rematch with Ruiz really just tell you that he climbed that mountain? No. He ran, he moved around.
Yeah.
Black Star, can you hear anything? He said he couldn't hear. Black Star. Yo, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I think AJ best bet is to fight Wilder, get this
That,
money, fight Wilder, get that money, and ride off in the sunset.
hey Troy, you may not like this, but Luis Ortiz is definitely a top fighter, especially in his prime. You may not like that or agree, but he is. So much so that people have had to wait him out. And Wilder didn't just beat him once, he beat him twice. I'm not saying Wilder has the most amazing boxing acumen ever. I'm not saying that. But he found a way to beat a guy twice that is one of the best of his era. Just saying.
Hey, before you get started, Mo, I'm gonna warn you, cause you my good brother, bro. Troy is a Wilder hater.
No. Okay. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with that.
No. Listen. My good brother Troy is a Wilder hater. He comes on my show and he shits on Wilder anytime he can, bro.
That ain't cool, Troy.
Anytime he can.
What's up? Can you hear me, bro?
I'm telling you.
Yeah, we
hear you, Black Star. What's good, bro?
Hey, man. Hey, yeah, I had a little technical difficulties, man. I was on here, but I couldn't hear nobody. And I was like, man, I know I'm on, you know. But, man, what's going on, everybody, man? Basement, man, I want that daggone hoodie, man. I got to give me one of these joints.
Yeah, you got you, bro. I got you.
Yes, indeed, man. Yeah, I see y'all was talking about AJ, man. I tell you, though, my thing about AJ is this, man. AJ, he think he a boxer now. He, ever since their Andy Ruiz victory, and everybody been patting him on the back, telling him how great he did in the rematch, and he came back in 2-time and all that shit. Yeah, everybody done blew up his head now. He think he can fight. He's a boxer. So he goes out there against Usyk 2 times and get outboxed. And ain't smart enough to realize that the way that he's going about it is all wrong. He got a guy who's a veteran who done did it all before, one of the best heavyweights of all time, Lennox Lewis, who has told him, you know, you need to go get you a certain trainer, right? He kind of listens halfway, comes all the way out here to America, come to Houston, Texas, right here, goes straight to Ronnie Shields' gym. Okay, I said, okay, but dang, you remember we talked about that. I was like, man, that's kind of interesting. You know, I like to see that kind of matchup. That don't pan out. He come up with Robert Garcia, right? Robert Garcia trains him. I figure, well, you know, yeah, it's better than what he had, right? He goes out there and fights the guy. During the fight, it's plainly obvious that that's the wrong choice. Halfway through the fight, the guy telling him that you're winning the fight, and he ain't winning shit. So right there, you can tell this guy is not the best trainer for you. What he should have done was take his big dumb ass on up to Dallas and go holler at Derek James and get back to brawling, because he's not a damn boxer. I don't know who the hell sold this dude this bill of goods, but he need to take his ass over there, get in there and get the hanging and banging. I mean, I seen this guy hit Usyk, and Usyk screamed in the ring. I mean, it reminded me of Joe Louis from Max Mellon. I said, God damn, he tore him up to the body.
In the ninth round, that happened.
You trying to jab with him?
That happened in the ninth round, bro.
Yeah. I mean, I couldn't believe it, man. I said, oh, man, AJ gonna get his ass down. And then he backs up. What the hell you backing up for? He just showed you I'm weak right here. You hurt me here. This is something that you can build on, and you don't go. Where's the killer instinct that says, you know what, I'm gonna go take this dude out? Fuck him. He ain't supposed to be in here with me. I'm gonna get him out right now. Fuck it. I'm gonna go and get him out the way, go down here and get with the honeys, and we gonna go out and we gonna do the thing we do tonight. You know what I'm saying? But no, this motherfucker, he's tapped back, come out. I'm gonna trade jabs with him. Fucking Alexander Usyk, one of the best damn boxers in the heavy, you know, especially in the heavyweights. And he's determined to show people that he's just some type of boxer. Man, go back and go on there and slugging and mugging motherfuckers, man. That's what he need to do. If he get there, he can beat Usyk. I think he can beat Usyk rather easily. But he making it hard for himself. It's the most craziest thing I ever seen, man. If he get down there with Derek Chase gonna show him how to go in there and hang him back. And then everybody will look at him and have a whole different look. Then he'll be back on the scene. Then I tell you one thing: if he did that, I do not think that Tyson Fury would want to get in the ring with him. Uh-oh. Wait a minute, I lost the sound or something here. Hold on.
We lost Mo. Damn, what happened to Mo City? You did? Okay. We got a person in the chat. Jamie said, curious to know who you guys consider the best boxer to ever step in the ring. You got your thoughts on that, Black Star? Who the best boxer you ever consider the boxer to step in the ring?
Wait a minute, I couldn't hear that. Say it one more time.
Somebody in the chat, Jamie said, curious to know, who do you consider the best boxer to ever step in the ring?
The best boxer that ever stepped in the ring? Oh
yeah.
Man, that's Sugar Ray Robinson. There ain't no question about that. I mean, what would be the debate? I mean, the pound for pound list was set up because of this man. I mean, that tells you enough right there. I mean, what name me? I tell you what you do. You go watch some film of him if you haven't. If you know him, then you know what I'm talking about. But if you don't, you can take a look at him and you tell me, what do you tell your fighter to do to go on there and beat him? Because I can't tell you anything that the man can't do. Box you, brawl you. I mean, mid-range, high, low. I mean, what you want to do? I mean, Sugar Ray Robinson got you. So, I mean, to me, it's hands down Sugar Ray Robinson.
Sir Ken, two things you can't train for that. The chin and heart. And Joshua, two major problems. You're right, Sir Ken. That's what I've been saying all along, bro, that I don't believe is anything that Joshua can. It's not, I mean, it's not even the chin that I'm even suspect about Joshua. It's just the heart and that that Kobe, that Black Mamba mentality. You know what I'm saying? Like that determined, I will not lose mentality. That's what he's lacking. Like, man, when he went in and fought Usyk, man, to me, bro, I'm no lie, bro. It looked like he was fighting his little brother, bro. He was bending down and throwing. To me, could consider baby punches, bro. I don't know, bro. It might be me, bro.
You're right. It might be. You're absolutely right. I felt the same way, good brother. I tell you, man. Hey, man, shout out to everybody on the panel, man. I kind of came in here just going at it now. You pay respects to everybody in here, man. My bad. Where'd Troy go? Troy, get back in here, man. You ain't got to run because I'm got here now. I know, because you know how me and Troy go. That's my boy, though. But, yeah, man, I'm really disappointed in AJ, man, because I wanted to see him turn it around because, you know, he's good for boxing. He adds a nice piece to it, especially in the heavyweight division right now, the way things is going. You know, I think, you know, him to resurrect himself, it would only going to help the sport out. And with Deontay Wilder looking like he's making some improvements and proving that, you know, he still has the mentality and that, you know, he has, you know, everything he's been through, he's went through it and he's still mentally well. You know, and that says a lot about him. And, you know, people haven't really been giving him his credit for that. You know, I know Troy not a big fan of his, but at the end of the day, you got to give the man his due because, I mean, man, he going back and he retooling. He's doing things people said that he would never do, you know. And, I mean, I'm just been impressed with him, man. I'm anxious to see how things go with him for the next 3 years. I think 3 more years he said he was going to try to do it. I'm anxious to see how they work out. And, you know, and it just be good for boxing, especially. And then I have to say for Usyk, man, I'm very disappointed with him because he talked all that trash about, Wilder next. Because just how interesting it would have been if AJ had won, it'd have been a moot point. But since AJ didn't win, and he talked about he wanted to fight Wilder, if that fight had to happen, and Wilder somehow came up and got the victory, everybody would be hollering about Tyson Fury 4, right? So that would add, you know, more strength to the fight. Then you would have had to have Fury and AJ go at it, and then you got a 4-way tournament with the 3-way. Well, not 4-way because you got to add Usyk in there. But that would have made drama for the heavyweight division because it's like those guys and then everybody else is like a little bit below them, you know. But we'll see how things work out, man. But I just want more fights in boxing, man. And right now we lacking because of that.
Hey, I gotta ask you a question. Let's Talk Sports said he said ask for me to ask you ask you to answer his question. He said stop talking about some some hold on, I'm gonna put it up on the screen.
Uh,
He said stop talking about what someone told you who was the best fighter and who was the best fighter you ever saw.
Oh, AK, I seen his fights, man. Ain't nobody had to tell me. I mean, I heard about him, but I took the time to look at his fights and watch what he did. I mean, you tell me what he couldn't do, then AK. I mean, you fill in the blank for me. That's what I'm asking. If I don't see it, then help me see. That's all I'm saying. Because I can't see it.
If I may intervene, who are you talking about? Who's the best fighter you ever saw, Black Star? And how you doing again? How you doing, brother?
All right, my brother. Good to see you, man. Yeah, I was talking about Sugar Ray Robinson, man. He asked me about this boxer,
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna step in here and I'm gonna pose a question to the guest here, brother Sanchez. How you doing, sir? Hello, brother Sanchez. You still there?
Yo, bro, my bad. What's going on?
Okay, there you go. Okay, I got a question for you since the conversation they were talking Joshua and his issues. As a fighter yourself, as a pro yourself, what do you think is his problem right now? I mean, because I don't see it as being a physical thing, but what do you think is really holding him back and not let him go to the next level?
Yeah, I would say it's himself. I think it's more so he just been, the golden child and has been perfect for so long. So he's more anxious than anything to figure out where his shortcomings are coming from, and he's just trying to figure that out. And I guess you can say he's trying to figure himself out, his identity as a fighter, and he's just struggling with that.
Good. I'm glad you said that last part because I didn't agree with something you said in the middle. But that's what I see too. I think that he's walking a thin line of being the nice guy and being true to himself. And that's what makes you great. You have to be true to yourself. Like Ali, people always think he's this wonderful person, but in that ring, he will cuss you from everything I read. He will cuss you. He talk about your mama. He try to bring you down to the ground with his words just to set you off, so he can get you mad enough to make mistakes. Now when you turn on the lights, you like Ali don't cuss. Ali don't do that. Yeah, he does. Yes, he does, because he knows what he's doing. He's poking the bear while he's in there, right? He's being true to himself. And you've seen him slap fighters before fights because they were calling him Clay, right? So that's the truth of who he is. And I don't think Joshua has come to the point where he's shown us his true self. And it's a struggle in there. It's a struggle when you do that. Now, I want you to take Joshua out of that equation and put Wilder in. What do you see as his struggle?
Hold on 1 second before y'all get to cooking. Hey, I want to thank my good brother Sanchez, Manny and Mcghee for coming through, bro. And once again, congratulations on his first pro debut win, first round TKO stoppage. And salute to my good brother, man. I appreciate him. And hey, good brother, tell everybody how they can follow you, man, before you get up out of here, bro.
Yeah, first of all, thank you for having me on your platform, Basement. Also,
Anytime,
thank you for being my one of my sponsors. You know what I mean? If y'all didn't know, Basement was my main sponsor. I had the patch on the shorts. I had the shirt, the hat. He really looked out. So I'm forever grateful for that. Also, y'all can follow me on Instagram at Poppy_Chulo2. That's PAPPII_Chulo2. You can follow me on Facebook. Just first and last name, Shanchez Mcghee. You can follow me on Snapchat. Same name as my Instagram name. You can follow me on Clubhouse at Maniac Mcghee. You can find me in the Basement Boxing Talk room, the Let's Talk Sports Show room, the Smoke With Me TV room, Sir Boxing room, the BAM House, the Maniac Boxing Coliseum. I'm all over Clubhouse, as you can see. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all, bro.
Yeah, I appreciate you, bro. Trey, we can't hear you. Your mic muted.
That's because I'm on mute again. I try to be respectful, stay on mute. Okay, now, brother Sanchez, before you leave, can you answer that question? The same question I asked you about Joshua. Take him out the equation and put Wilder in there.
I feel like Wilder has what Joshua doesn't, and vice versa. I think Wilder, his problem might be just more so ego. So I would say Wilder, if he can stop being like more so childish and stop being so serious all the time and just love what he do as far as like just looking at it from a certain way. He's a likable character in my eyes. So
Yeah, I think,
I feel like if he didn't fit the bill of just being angry all the time, you know, because they're gonna paint him as the angry black man every time. So I feel like if he was more welcoming, more open, he'll definitely have a lot more fans. Boxing wise, I think I don't want to say it's too late to hone in on some of his technical abilities. I think certain things he has technical abilities. He's just awkward with them. He's just weird. It haven't been drilled. It haven't been instilled in him. So I feel like he's just going off natural athleticism. You know, just natural abilities. But I will say this: if Deontay Wilder got rid of his ego, if Deontay Wilder had just a smidget of Anthony Joshua's skills, he'll probably be the greatest heavyweight to ever live. If he had Anthony Joshua's skills along with Deontay Wilder power, who would be able to stop him?
Well, personally, I think if he had the focus, because to me, I always say this and I mean it. I think when the lights are off, he's pretty much a cool guy. Because I remember I still got the newspaper clippings, you know, from the Newsweek when he went to the Olympics and they showed him holding his daughter, and I said, okay, we got a young single black father now. Hopefully he'll use his platform, you know, to promote that. Then he became the Browns bomber, and I want to get pregnant, I want to catch a body, and all this other foolishness. And I'm like, whoever told him to play that character instead of being himself is stupid. Because his real story is better than the character that he created. Now, as far as his boxing skill, I see it, but he from everything I've heard, he's not real coachable. He likes to do stuff his way, and he needs a stern hand to come in there and say, look, why are you paying me then? And you know, you're not as accomplished as me. You just a heavyweight champion. I've done this, that, and the third with this one and that one, much like a Tommy Brooks. We'll come in there and straighten him out real quick. And if you don't want to listen, Tommy just walk out and go home. Because Tommy don't need him. So, yeah.
Now, Troy, do you now, I know that is what was said. You're right about that. That's what a lot of people said about him. But looking at his last fight, even though it didn't last long, I was hoping that we could get 9 good ones out of it so we could really get a good look at him, you know. But I had to say, you've seen some changes, some different things that have been added.
I saw nothing.
And the discipline changed a little bit. You don't think that Malik Scott isn't doing a decent job, or at least trying to?
Malik Scott is not his trainer anymore, is he?
Of course he is.
I thought it was the other guy.
Did you watch the last fight, Troy?
Malik Scott is still his trainer?
Yeah.
He's still there.
Okay, so who's the other guy that was working with him then?
Yeah, well, you know, he got some guys in his camp, man, but technically, you know.
No. It was an actual trainer that was working with him, a real trainer.
You're talking about JD's. Are you talking about?
No, JD's is a real nothing. Who's he trained? He's not a trainer.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm just trying to figure out who you're talking about. Which guy?
He's black. It was a black man. He's the trainer that, you know, that Shields' brother knocked out that time during the press conference. Him. And I can't remember his name. I can't remember the brother's name.
I can't think of him right off. But,
so personally, if he's still with Malik, whatever his name is, he's not going to improve because Malik really can't tell him what to do. He was in a press conference and he was asked, if you see him in hurt and in trouble, would you throw in the towel? Malik said no, because that's not what he wants to do. See, a real trainer would say, if I see my fighter hurt and in trouble and I know he's in danger, I'm going to stop this fight. I don't care how he feels. That's what a real trainer would say.
Yeah, but that's a difference of opinion, and that really doesn't have anything to do with the technical aspects of boxing.
What do you mean a difference? No. What I'm trying to say is this: if you're gonna sit there as a trainer and a human being and say that his voice is still powerful, even though he's getting hurt, and not do what's in his best interest, you just doing what's in your best pocket wise, then you're not really a good trainer. You're just there to collect a check. I personally am gonna stop the fight. He can fire me if he want to, but I'm stopping the fight because it's in your best interest to stop the fight. Fire me. I don't care.
But this is the whole thing about that. That was the whole conversation that took place in the past when everybody was talking about with the Fury fight. Oh yeah, he wanted to go out on the Shield and all this stuff. And
that was a question that was asked of Malik Scott.
Yeah, that's fine. But I mean, that's between them, man. I mean, that's just like me. If I say I'm going in there and I really want to get me somebody, I'm telling them, well, look, man, I don't give a damn if I die in here today. I'm going for his ass. I don't want to hear you talking that punk shit. Talking about I'm gonna stop.
Okay, let me tell you something. And if I'm your trainer, the first thing I'm going to consider, number one, is your life. Then I'm going to consider the you. No, let me finish. Let me finish. Then I'm going to consider that there's a bigger picture than your pride, which is your family. You could say, "Oh, I want to die in the ring" and all that. How does that benefit your children? How am I going to look your children and your wife in the face and your mother and your father and tell them, "Look, I was just doing my job. He told me not to stop the fight." Think about that. I am not that dude who I'm gonna let you know.
Yeah, no. But I understand your point. I mean, it's not like it's not a valid point, but it's a personal decision that you make as you go into these things where, it's just like I say, I got the final decision on my life, how I want to live. And I understand what you're saying, and I probably would do it myself. But I'm just saying, you got the right to say, or do whatever you want to do. If you say, well, I'm gonna go out here and jump off the Brooklyn Bridge. It's gonna kill your ass, but you got the right to do it. You know what I mean? I don't think we would choose to do it, but unfortunately, what can you do about that? But the thing
you can do what's right. You can do what's right. Wake up, Bateman.
No.
Well, go ahead and jump in here, man, because I know you have something to say.
Sometimes my microphone be getting static through it, bro.
Yeah, man, that sounds like the car door being open. But go ahead, what's your take on this? If a fighter tells you want to die in the ring and let him die, are you gonna fire you? Are you gonna do what's in his best interest?
Hey, listen. We just seen typical abuse with the Morrell fight, and that fight led to dude going in a coma. I don't know where his stage is now. But I know he was in a coma after that fight, and I agree. I agree with you, bro. Like fire me. You feel me? Fire me.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Because I watched that fight. I mean, even though, his corner. Listen to this, bro. If you go back to that Morrell fight 2 weeks ago, bro. His camp, they had his corner had nothing to tell him.
Yeah, they didn't even come in the ring when he got dropped. They didn't even come in the ring.
They had nothing to tell. And man, bro, it's some things I'm gonna say to you guys off air. I'm not gonna say on air about that. But like I'll tell you this, man, his corner had nothing to tell him, and it was the 9th round, and he was getting his ass whooped, bro. So hold on. My thing is this: if I'm in your corner, why, and you don't stand a puncher's chance, why I'm gonna sit up here and keep letting you go out there getting abused, bro? Now, guess what? If they would have stopped the fight in the 9th round, this man probably wouldn't be in the coma. But they kept telling this man, "Oh, you in the fight? You ain't in the fight. You're not in the fight, bro." In the same way, even though I hate it, bro, I'm a Deontay Wilder fan. Man, Tyson Fury had my man fucked up.
Okay, Basement, I want to step in on that note. In the second fight, I wish they would have stopped it in the 7th or 8th round, because everything else you saw after that was instinct. He was not there. After the 7th round, he was not. I don't care what nobody has to say. He was not there.
Which fight?
Right. The second fight. The second.
Okay, yeah.
During the last fight, he did. The last. Right. He was going on instinct, and really, if Fury was a puncher like that, he could have done some permanent damage to him, because he hit him on the side of the head. That's your temple. He could have.
Did you see that Darren Morrell fight?
No, I keep hearing. I don't want to. I don't. I no. I don't want to watch it either. But yeah,
And man,
I don't
listen,
want
the
to
guy,
watch
listen, just because the guy kept coming forward, that's what it is. And that's the problem, bro. Just because a fighter got will, determination, heart, shit that some of these other guys lack. But when he's out of the fight, he's out of the fight. You feel me?
it.
When he's out of the fight, he's out of the fight, bro. Now the fight has, instead of you stopping the fight and taking the fight out of a person, you really just you let the fight get the best of the person, bro. So now this man is in a coma. Now he fucked up. I wish, man, prayers to his family. I wish he, man, the best to him, bro. But it, man, I blame that shit on this corner. But like the corner had more pride, and then they had more pride. They had too much pride, bro. Too much pride. Too much pride.
I did an interview with Buddy McGirt, man, and I know that he said he stopped the fight because he was afraid for his fighter's life, and the fighter was mad at him. But that fighter's alive today. He said he'd much rather have the fighter alive and mad at him than have to worry about not making the right decision while that fighter dies and he has to look that fighter's mother in her eye, his wife, his children. Nobody wants to do all that. Yeah, I want to die in the ring. Well, you tell your family that. You sign a contract with your family, and then I'll read the contract, and then I'm going to walk the hell away from you because I don't want to do with that. You know?
Do you want to know what some people came to defense and said, Troy? Some people came to defense and said that the reason why maybe his corner let the fight go on was because he only worked with this corner for the fight. Like there's no relationship built up
That was
outside.
the first time he worked with them
outside
people.
of that. Yeah, you feel me? Like the first time working with these people, and not and that's his first time working with them people. So now it's not been a real live relationship built up with them.
You can't do stuff like that because what that tells me, it sounds like there was a temp job. You just went out and got a crew to fill in because you didn't have a crew. You can't pick up temps when you're in boxing and figure that you're doing something right for yourself because they don't know you. They don't know you. You don't know them. They can't look at you and say, okay, we need to dial it back or we need to push it forward because they don't know you. You have no rapport with them whatsoever. Those are temps. Those are just friggin' temps, and you can't do that.
So
yeah, man.
So in that situation, Troy, what the fighter's not stopping, not want to stop. He's not gonna stop himself. So what does he do?
What did he do? Okay.
The corner stood up there telling him, "Hey, you just one punch away. You just one punch away, bro. Just one punch away. Keep doing what you're doing. You one punch away." But in reality, this man is taking brutal punishment.
That's that paycheck talking. As long as he's upright, they're gonna get a paycheck. As long as the fight goes long, they're gonna get a paycheck, and maybe they'll get hired again the next time. Now look what happened to the young man. Now look what happened. Everything was wrong about that. Does he have a manager? Did he manage himself, or what the hell is going on in his career?
I don't know. We gotta look it up, bro. We gotta look it up. I just know that was just that shit was it was bad for boxing, bro.
Hell yeah, it was bad for boxing.
And a lot of people was wondering why Tony Leaks didn't stop the fight. But like, if you're the referee, like he still. When I talk to some other people who are like officials in boxing, they saying that he still had his mobility. He was still coming forward. He was punching back, like he was punching, but at the same time, bro, like still like for every punch you getting hit 5-6 times. You feel me?
Let me tell you something. You could be brain dead and still move forward and punch. It don't mean nothing. Right. It doesn't. You could be drunk as hell, and you still moving forward as punching. It don't mean that's in your best interest. That and the whole thing with the ref too should have caught on and been like, enough. I'd much rather be the ref that stops the fight too soon than too late. Damn that. Y'all could boo me, but guess what? He's booing and he's going home to his family, and I have a clear conscience. I'll make him for the next fight. Okay? That's just the way I look at it.
I feel that.
But yeah, you know what, man? I had this discussion on my own show, the Troy Graham Experience. We were talking. Now we talking about Miss Shields here, right? We talking about the sister Shields, right? Now she's the only champion that's ever been undisputed in 3 different weight classes, from my understanding. So my thought was, wouldn't that make her the greatest current fighter alive? Not the greatest current female fighter, but the greatest current fighter alive right now. What are your thoughts on that?
You said, repeat that again, Troy.
Okay, we talking about the great, Shields, the sister Shields, right?
Where's the Shields, right?
Right. Currently, she is the only fighter that's ever won championships in 3 different weight classes, ever been undisputed in 3 different weight classes. So,
Right.
to my argument was, wouldn't that make her the greatest current fighter alive? Not the greatest current female fighter, but the greatest current fighter, because there's no one that could match her achievements. Nobody. The closest person that we have is Crawford. There's nobody else, and he's only 2. He's in 2 divisions, right?
Right. Yeah.
You said Crawford did what?
Hey, you know what? Is this your way? Is this your way for me to be trying to trick me out and give Bud props for some props, bro?
No, this is my way of telling you. This is my way of telling you that you can't be biased to female fighters anymore, because
I'm never biased to be female fighters.
there goes the standard bearer. Because
I give Carissa Shields much props, bro. Hold on, bro. She is undisputed in 3 different weight classes in less than 20 fights.
Yes, sir.
Come on, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I don't know any fighter who's ever done that. I don't know any fighter. Holyfield won his first title in his 12th fight. So I don't know any fighter that's ever done that. I don't know.
Nah, me either, Troy. Me either. I give Carissa Shields much props, bro. Much props.
And she fought the wrong fight in her last fight. She stood on the ropes. She didn't have to stand on the ropes with that big girl. She could have outboxed her easy. But she stood there with her. I think it was her pride. Is that warrior's pride to show her, I'm going to beat you fighting you at your own fight. And honestly, if she didn't grab them early rounds, that fight would have gone to that big girl. But she grabbed them early rounds. She grabbed early rounds, and in the middle, she had some issues.
Hold on, bro. Hold on. Are you telling me if Carissa didn't win them early rounds in that fight, that you could have seen her lose in that fight?
Absolutely. She fought the wrong fight.
Hold on 1 second. I need you to cook for 1 second. I'm gonna give me something to drink, because I got to fry you on that, bro.
I got an air fryer, I got a smoker, and I got an oven and a stove. Come on with it. Go ahead, Black Star. What's your thoughts, man? What's your thoughts?
What's going on, Troy, man? How you been, bro? Everything been good with you?
I've been good, man. I can't complain, man. Good Lord still got me here, so I'm good.
That's what's up, man.
And I'm 70 pounds lighter, so yeah, I'm good.
Oh, 70? Man, congrats on that, bro.
You just can't see it because I got this big ass hoodie on, but yeah.
Hey, yeah, I got one on myself, bro. But I respect the struggle, bro. I'm fighting that fight every day with you, bro.
Yeah, man, because the last time you spoke to me, I was 265, 270. I'm 203 now.
Damn, bro, that's good. How'd you do that? Did you do the keto or something?
I'm gonna put that on the Troy Graham. It was one. It took. You don't ever want to go through what I've been through in the last couple of months, man. You don't.
Man, yeah, but you feeling better though, right?
Yeah, I feel good, man. I just walked a mile. Well, let me stop lying. I just walked a quarter mile up, quarter mile down. I don't know. What is that? Half a mile?
It got something to do with a mile. So we'll go ahead and round it up to a mile.
Yeah, man.
That's what's up, but Yeah, man, but I thought Clarissa did okay. But I do see what you're saying. There was a couple things she could have done differently at certain
Mm-hmm.
times. But I thought she won pretty handily. But I mean, it was a good fight though. That was another good thing though.
Listen
'Cause,
to me. I can clearly say that I'm a diehard fan of this woman. This young lady. I'm a diehard fan, just like I am of White. But I can see her talents, and I'm telling you, laying on the ropes with this big girl, that was the wrong fight to fight, especially when she could outbox her with her speed. But I think
yeah,
she had something to prove to herself and to this big girl that you will not intimidate me, and I will show you that your power ain't nothing. And she took some shots you shouldn't have took.
yeah, and you're probably right about that because it was a lot of back and forth leading up to the fight, a lot of
Mm-hmm.
lead blood to a certain extent, and but at the end of the fight, it was respectful and everything like that, and she did prove she could take it because a lot of times they always want to question the chins and stuff like that, but she came out pretty unscathed. She didn't look
No,
like she needed to go to the doctor or nothing.
no, but let me tell you something. Clarissa Shields is the only person I know that's fought Franchon Cruz 3 times. They fought twice in the amateurs and once at pro, right? And
Yeah.
I think Franchon beat her once in the amateurs, so they tied it. And in the pros, she outboxed her. She outboxed Franchon, and she said that Franchon hit her harder than anybody else. And they friends. After the fight, she said Franchon hit her so hard that she didn't want to be a friend no more. Right?
I don't play with that. I don't like you no more.
Let me tell you what. I watched Franchon since she was 15 years old. Because she started out at Umar Boxing with the great Marv McDowell, right?
Yeah.
I've seen her when she was in her 20s fight a 6'6" heavyweight and put him in the corner. I've seen her fight a cruiserweight that was about 6'1", and just the dude was nice. He was like nice with his hands and fast, but you know what he liked to do? He liked to take pictures of himself. What I mean by that is he would fire off combinations, then he would pose, like stop, and then she would tear his behind up and put him in the corner too. Right? And she came out the ring. She was like, Mr. G, when you getting in there? I'm like, next to never. I'm 50. I'm 51 now, baby. I ain't getting back in the ring. No, she said, come on, all these old dudes come back. I said, okay, stop playing with me. Just have a good day.
Yes, sir. I'll tell you, man.
Yeah. But yeah, man, but boxing starting to get fun again, man. We just did an interview with David Benitez, right? On the
David Benavidez?
Benavidez, yeah, I'm sorry, man. David, yeah. We just did one.
Okay.
This the third time we interviewed him, on Mcghee, and he was saying that Plant fight is set. It's not that they got to work out contracts or nothing. It's set for March, right?
That's what's up.
And whoever wins between them two will be fighting one Mr. Ortiz, hopefully. But then he rattled off some other fights that are coming up, which seem to be pretty good. So, boxing looks like is in a good place because people say I hate boxing. And I don't hate boxing. I hate ignorant talk because there's so many times when, you go on these panels and people, everybody is a manager, everybody's a promoter, everybody's a CPA, and they just, what are we talking about? Isn't it the ring that we should be focused on?
Yeah.
Isn't it the ring? I don't give a damn what happens, and that's the problem. They pulled the curtain back, and now everybody thinks that they know everything. There was a dude that came out to one panel, and the host let him rattle on for 20 minutes about the tweet between Crawford and Spence. I'm like, my dude, none of this is interesting to anybody. They're not fighting. They're not fighting. We don't care. 20 minutes?
Man. That whole drama right there is crazy, man. But I understand when athletes use that to promote themselves. I don't like that stuff, man.
Okay.
I
gotta ask you, Black Star. Did you see the video?
Yeah, I seen it.
What do you think?
Talking about the Bud, right?
The Bud video when she's she's like, baby, you want to go to Dubai? Do who?
Oh, you talking about?
Hey man, come on. Hey, listen, hold on.
No, Spence. I'm sorry, Spence. That was Spence doing that.
So you ain't gonna do that.
I'm not. Yeah. I didn't do nothing.
Hey,
that was Spence doing it.
It's such a movement out
here. Listen to them.
We're really trying to find a crack.
Listen to them. Do you really think that shit was real, bro?
Knock it off. Come on, Black Star. Knock it off. Yes.
Do you really think that shit was real?
Yes, basement.
Listen
Yes.
to this. If that shit was real, why the fuck TMZ? If that shit wasn't ultra, why TMZ? Ain't sitting here running his name through the mud, bro. Come
What does that
on.
mean?
Why is the video so foggy?
She didn't take it to TMZ first. She put it out on social media first. That's why.
Come on. Why?
It was a TikTok video.
Why?
Social
See
media.
what I'm saying? It was a TikTok video that somebody put motherfucking voice altercations to it.
Black Star. All you have to do is just follow. Listen to me. Everything is in a pattern. Do you remember what happened with Charlo and his wife? Didn't she put something out there that he dumb, he broke, he da 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 da? Did Charlo's wife do that?
Man, we all over the place now.
No, didn't
Scooby Doo. Come on.
No. But didn't Adrian Broner come on all drunk? Somebody want to kill himself? It's a pattern over there, man. It's a pattern. And didn't Floyd come? No, hold on now. Didn't Floyd come out of his mouth and dry snitch on Spence, saying that he was in a second car accident? Now, that's why I believe that video is for real. That's why I believe it's for real. I have no reason not to.
So hold on. What did the video prove? What does it prove?
It proved that he's not. He probably wasn't ready to fight Crawford yet because he still fighting some demons.
First of all, he said nothing in the video.
He drunk or high out. Well, trust me, when you're that high or drunk, ain't too much for you to say.
So listen to this.
Yep.
Even if he was drunk. He in the presence of his own house. Where is he breaking the law?
No, this is not about breaking the law, breaking the rules. What I'm saying is maybe because he's still having problems with his demons and he wouldn't be ready for Crawford in the desired time that they wanted to fight. That's why the fight didn't happen.
Right.
I tell you one thing. If I saw something,
you're not gonna come on basement boxing talking that bullshit, bro. No.
Yeah. So if somebody,
I'm sorry. I don't see another reason for the fight.
We all know. We know why the fight ain't happened, bro. Come on.
Why?
Bud ducking.
Go back to the video. Go back to the video where your man was reading from a cue card.
Bud don't want that fire.
Go back to your man video when
Why?
Go back to your man video when he was reading from a cue card, bro.
Crawford has knocked out every welterweight he's ever fought.
Man,
why do you think it would stop?
Guess what?
Why do you think it would stop with Spence?
Guess what? Ain't none that he fought been in the top 10.
They all
really? Because Porter was in the top 10. Porter was in the top 10. And so was the other boy from England, Brooke. So I'm sorry, no, you can't use that. You can't use that excuse. And then that's a lie right there. That's a lie because everybody's supposed to be in the top 10, man. And you gonna look that up. He fought a champion. How you gonna say the champion was in the top 10? He fought a champion. His first fight was against a champion. When he first went to welterweight division, he fought a champion. Okay? And that champion moved up to middleweight. Okay? And that champion beat Pacquiao. Okay? So I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear about he didn't fight nobody. We're not going down that road again. If he sucks so much, why didn't the PBC boys fight him?
Troy, he outpriced himself.
He's knocked out everyone who fought the welterweight. Everyone.
He hasn't fought nobody, bro.
He fought a champion, and he fought guys in the top 10. Yes, he did.
Hey, Troy,
you can't say Porter's nobody. You can't say Brooke is nobody. You can't say the champion wasn't nobody.
Troy.
I can hear you, brother.
Earl fought 28 fights, right? Only 6 fights. People didn't get knocked out.
Who the hell did Errol fight? Really? He fought Brooke, he fought Danny Garcia, and he fought Porter. Who else did he fight?
Look, man. See, you want to go around and run around the track all day. Troy.
No. I'm asking you a factual question. He fought Brooke, he fought Porter, he fought Garcia. Who else did he fight? Ugas. You could put Ugas in there, so that's 4. Out of them 4 fighters, okay, so that's 4. Who else did he fight? Who else did he fight that was
Bro, come on,
that was
man.
noteworthy?
Man, this is
Who
a
else did he
ridiculous
fight that was
conversation.
noteworthy?
It's a
No, it's
ridiculous
not.
conversation.
It's a
And
factual
you run this whole
conversation.
conversation into a
4
whole
guys. That's
retardedness.
it. 4.
The truth of the matter is, Troy,
The
why
truth of the
Bud
matter is that
Crawford
you
did
dudes
not
are
sign that
allergic to
damn
facts.
contract after he agreed to all the terms? Explain that one to me. Make me understand that, Troy.
I can't explain anything to you because I'm not in the back room and neither are you. I don't care about them things. All I know is that when I heard about the
I
fight,
care. 'Cause
So,
I
want
said
to
on
so
this
hold
show,
on, hold on.
listen, I said on this show, this very show, that fight's not gonna happen. Y'all say, oh, you just a hater. Well, I must be clairvoyant too, because the fight ain't happening. You have to follow the patterns. Joshua Wilder, never happened. Santa Cruz, an old boy from DC, never happened, right? Charlo Jacobs, never happened. Charlo against and all these people on the same side of the friggin' street. You understand me?
No.
Charlo Jacobs, same side of the street. Santa
No, they
Cruz
weren't.
and
Oh, Jacobs was with he
no,
was with PBC.
no. Al was his advisor. What's the name was his manager? The fight could have still been made. Santa Cruz and old boy from DC. Please tell me his name. I don't know why I keep forgetting his name. What's his name?
Gary Russell.
You know, Gary Russell, same side of the street. Never happened. Thurman Spence, never happened. You understand me? Those are
You know
all
what,
on the
Troy,
same
though?
side of the street.
To be honest with you, Troy, man, this fight right here, the one I want to see. And by Bud doing this whole little fake fugazi bullshit that he's
Why
doing,
is it always
running
something?
around here,
Listen to me. Are you not following the patterns?
It is. He's 36 years old. Who the
Follow
fuck
the
is he kidding, man?
patterns.
No. Listen though, Troy. Listen to me though. This is why it's bullshit. The man is 36 fucking years old. You know, he talking about getting into a career-defining fight for undisputed, right? This is one for the history books. This is the one that's going to immortalize him. If he go out here and do it, well, either way it is because it's a major fight, right? You're going to put that off longer so you can get older, and then, well, it seems to me like you want to build an excuse, and you want to have that ready because you know you're going to get your ass kicked, dog walked when you get in the ring with him. He ain't got a shot in hell. I don't think he's going 5 rounds with him. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think Earl beats the shit out of him, and I think he know it. The way he moving even shows it to me. He's scared. Yeah, I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Don't no man move like that. Why the fuck? Yeah, 10 million sound good, but what would you would have made next? You could have had this fight after this fight. People would have looked at that fight, and it probably would have been more successful because after you get destroyed in that fight, if you come out here and look decent in that, people might say, "Oh well, there's still a little something left in you." But when you get in there with Earl, it's over, man.
All I know is that Crawford is going to the Hall of Fame and Spence is not. That's all. He's going to the Hall of Fame. Spence is not.
For what?
Undisputed in 2 weight classes and he unified 1.
No, he ain't been
That's Hall of
undisputed.
Fame.
No, he hasn't been undisputed.
He was undisputed in 2 weight classes and he unified 1.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't undisputed in 2 weight classes and 1. And
just go check it. I'm not going to go back and forth with you.
Come on, bro. You know everybody knows Julius Sundungo, right?
I'm not going back and forth with you. The facts speak for themselves.
Come on, bro. You gotta talk. You gotta recognize the whole truth, though, bro.
Facts speak for themselves.
He did not win all 4 belts the way that Earl is doing. Earl getting them 1 by 1.
The facts speak for themselves. He was undisputed in 2 weight classes and unified 1. He's in the Hall of Fame. He really don't need Spence or anybody else. He's in the Hall of Fame. He can retire now. He's in the Hall of Fame. Spence is not going to the Hall of Fame.
Not undisputed in 2 weight divisions now. Don't sit there and tell that lie.
That's what it says. That's what it says online. That's what it's going to say in history. Whether you agree with it or not has actually no bearing on it.
You know yourself now, Troy. I know you know better than that. You're a better boxing guy than that.
What are you talking about, by the way? How is he not undisputed in 2 weight classes?
1 weight division.
How is he not undisputed in 2 weight classes? Why don't you break that down for me?
You break down to me how he is. He only had
because he beat the champion, because he fought the people that were the belt holders and the champions, and that's how he's become undisputed in 2 different weight classes.
That ain't no answer. That ain't no answer at all.
That's the facts. I understand that you PBC boys, I understand you PBC boys, are allergic to facts. Especially when it comes to Wilder, you're very allergic to facts. I don't have the remedy for that.
You don't know it because it don't exist. He was only undisputed.
Really? Why don't you go look it up right now? Why don't you go look it up right now? And why don't you go look it up right now and prove me wrong then?
Look, bro, why would you turn down a fight that has undisputed on the line, right?
I have never heard him say that he
Most
turned
money
the
you
fight
gonna make
down.
regardless.
I
All
didn't.
this shit
I,
about
I didn't hear the
money,
man come out his
it's
mouth and
all
say,
mute.
"I am turning down this fight." Proof to me that he turned down the fight. Have you heard him say, "I turned down the fight"?
Goddamn right. The man said I agreed to all the terms, but then when the sheet goes around, you won't
No, I
sign it.
want you to find me the evidence where he said, "I am
If you
turning down
agree
this
to
fight."
everything, there is no dispute.
No,
The
no, no,
fight's
no,
supposed
no,
to happen.
no, no,
Come
no.
on
What
now.
you're doing is you're
Come on
deflecting.
now,
I
Troy.
said,
Come
find
on,
me
Troy.
where he
Now
said that
you know better than
he
that, bro.
turned down the fights.
Come
I
on,
know
bro.
this.
You know better than that
I
now.
know
Come
this.
on, Troy.
I know this, that he never turned down the fight. He never said that I'm turning down the fight. Never,
If
anywhere,
I send you a
nowhere.
contract and you
Okay.
agree to everything and you don't sign it, what is that?
He agreed to everything. He sure did. He said that he agreed to everything.
Thank you.
Never have we heard that
agreed. Now I
Spence
agree that
agreed
he
to
agreed, but
anything.
he did not
We
sign the
didn't hear that
goddamn fight
Spence
because
agreed to
that means
anything,
him a
did we?
fucking duck. Quack,
Did
quack.
we hear that Spence agreed to anything? But we heard Crawford say that, okay, I'll take the
Who
short end.
made the
I'll
offer
do
to who?
I'll
What are you
do
talking about, bro?
I'll
Come
do
on now, Troy. You all
no.
over the place right now, my brother.
Crawford said out his own mouth in the video on the couch that he agreed to all the terms. He was fine with it.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
then
See, I don't have to mention it to you. You already know that. But yet you still
notice
believe
that
this craziness. I can't understand it.
notice that we never heard anything about Spence saying that he agreed to anything.
Who made the offer?
Not Spence.
Whose
Not Spence.
contract is he reviewing?
Not Spence.
Come on, man. Now is Al Heyman on his side or
Al Heyman probably made the contract, but not Spence. Okay? Spence didn't make the contract. Al Heyman did. So don't say that Spence made it, because that's a fallacy.
He said it right there. I was right
That's
there.
a fallacy.
I was in Dallas, Texas, when the man said right there, "I'm coming for your shit." And from
Uh,
that moment on,
yeah.
weeks,
He's coming for him.
Listen,
He's coming for him. Cross the street.
See, that's
Oh
why
no!
you wanna keep
First you got to
talking,
win the
Troy. You don't want me to
championship.
say what I
Then
know.
you'll
I
cross
know
the
you know I know.
street.
Come on, man.
Then it's Bob
Come on, bro.
Arum. Then okay, listen. First of all, that cross the street thing is gone. There's no more Bob Arum. There's no more. There's no more nothing stopping this fight.
Didn't sign the contract. That's what it's all
Don't you
boiled down to.
realize that all you have to
He
do is
signed the
follow the
contract,
pattern?
Troy.
PBC
He
does
signed
not
the
make
contract.
big fights. PBC
He
does not
signed the
make big
contract.
fights that people want to see. None of them signed the contract.
Troy, my man, he didn't sign the contract, bro.
Where did Spence
He
sign the
didn't sign
contract? Where's Spence sign contract? Thank you very much.
He's the one
Where
who
did Spence
initiated
sign the
be
contract?
made. Man,
Where
y'all
did
all over
Spence
the
sign the
place, man. It
contract?
don't make no sense. Well, how come in all the time in the 5-6 years or so that they've been talking about this damn fight, there never was an offer made from Top Rank? Why was that never done?
We don't know whether. Listen, we don't know if person A or B made an offer or not, because that stuff happens in the back. Nobody knows what happens in the back. So I cannot answer your question truthfully. I have no answer for that. If you have an answer for that,
Troy,
then you're probably lying.
No way, Troy. That's
Okay? I've already
given
given you the truth that I know. That no one said that they turned down the fight, and Spence. It was never written anywhere that Spence signed the contract and was ready to go. It was never written anywhere.
I'm gonna send you a contract that I'm not willing to sign myself. Does that make any sense to you? Everybody agreed. That means he agreed. That means Earl agreed. That means everybody.
I've never heard it's written anywhere that Spence signed the contract. That's all I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying.
Whether he did or not, I don't know. But I've never seen. I've never written anywhere. Yes. You know, he's more accomplished than Spence will ever be. You know, he's more, and he's knocked out everybody at welterweight, but he's afraid of Spence, who hasn't knocked out anybody since.
The man won't sign the contract.
Anybody.
The man won't sign the contract.
When's the last time Spence has stopped anybody?
If I say we agree,
when is the last time Spence has stopped anybody, man?
Everybody say, come on.
When's the last time Spence has stopped anybody?
Come on, Troy, you know better.
First man to stop Sean Porter. First man to stop Sean Porter.
Agree. They say, well, man, I tell you what.
First man.
We're gonna meet out here and we're gonna.
First man to stop Sean Porter.
Yeah, that's why you don't.
Only man to stop Sean Porter.
I'm making too much sense for you, Troy. I don't want to hurt your brain.
Actually, no, I'm over talking you, so I can't even hear what you're saying. To be very honest,
that's what I'm saying, because you don't want to hear it. That's why.
Exactly, that's why I'm over talking you.
You don't want to hear it
because it's the same thing you always say. It's always ducking. You know, and we the victim, and they against us because we black. And da. Nothing has changed in all the time I've been gone, man.
Your boy ducking, Troy. Sorry, man. I gotta be the one to tell you, man. Your boy ducking.
You haven't cultivated your rhetoric since I've been gone, brother. Come on, now you need to step up your game when you're talking to Troy Graham. Man, tell him, Baseman. I am not just Troy Graham. I am Troy Graham.
Troy, you can't.
If there's anybody else that's greater than me, his name is the Almighty. And the Almighty doesn't walk this earth for my understanding. Okay? Thank you.
Hey, this is crazy.
You know
What that-
yourself,
what
Troy.
that-
If two guys say we're gonna meet out at 3:00 after school, and if one of them show and the other motherfucker don't show, what people gonna say? Damn, man, nigga, bam, oh, he bombed out, he's a bum. Oh, that nigga, he's scared, man. Yeah, he got pumped. Ain't nobody gonna be talking about, oh man, well, he had a better offer across the street. That's some bullshit. You scared, nigga, and you're running. It's undisputed on the line. There's no bigger
Can I ask
fight
you a
for
question, Basement?
There is no bigger
What's
fight
good,
for
bro?
Bud
What's good?
Crawford anywhere than
No,
this fight right
excuse
here
me
that
for a
you
second,
running
Black Star. Have you ever heard of contracts between people fighting after school?
from. Troy, stop trying to move the fence, man. Stay right where you at. Stay right where you at.
The Basement, tell the truth.
I ain't gonna
Have
let
you
you
ever
wrong,
heard of
Troy.
a contract with two
wrong.
people that's gonna fight after school?
Hey, Troy,
Yes,
Gotta
sir.
focus with me, Troy.
you moving the field goal, man.
You moving
Huh?
like a motherfucker, man.
You
Bob,
I'm not
you
moving
moving
anything.
field
I'm
goal.
simply asking you, have you ever heard of a contract with two dudes that's gonna fight after school?
Hey, Troy, but you know what,
Hey.
man? You can chalk this up to another mile you ran today. Because you
Guess
ducking
what?
and fucking chicken and running all like a motherfucker today. That's all good, man. But nah, man, I want to see the fight. I'm disappointed.
The fight was never gonna happen.
This other stuff,
PBC don't make them fights.
man,
PBC
look,
has never made a big
here
fight that
you
the
go.
fans want
Here
to
you
see.
go.
Name me a big fight that they made that the
Troy,
fans
hold
want
up,
to see.
man. Hold up, man. Come on, man.
No, stop it. Name me
You
a
too
big
much in
fight
this
that
agenda thing
PBC
right
made the
now.
fans want
I'm
to see.
saying straight up as a boxing fan, this fight need to happen. I don't care about all
It's
that.
not gonna happen. It's done.
But
It's finished.
it
The
should happen,
PBC
though.
does not make fights the fans want to see.
Though. That's the point.
The
though,
big
my
fights the
brother. It
fans want to
should
see.
happen.
Name me a big fight the PBC made that the fans want to see. Go ahead.
Yeah, Caleb Plant, David Benavidez going down one
Stop
fight
it.
already. I mean,
Stop
what you
it.
saying, my man? Come on, bro. They just
That's
named a whole
really
bunch of fights.
that is a
Damn,
mid-level
man.
fight at best.
now I expected better.
That's a mid-level fight. I said big fight. I said big fight. And that's all due respect to David Benavidez, but neither of them have accomplished anything to make it a big fight.
No, you can't say that because
Neither of them have accomplished anything to make it a big fight. That's all due respect to David. All due respect to him. No.
They were both
Plant
world
is only
champions.
big. Plant is only big because he lost to Canelo. That's where his recognition comes from.
But no, hold on though. Let's break that down because it was a loss, but he did not fucking get humiliated in that fight. He was actually in.
Really, he didn't? Because I didn't see him finish on his feet.
Oh, you just one little thing. But I tell you one motherfucking thing. Canelo Alvarez ain't running around here talking about he's a horrible fighter. I know that goddamn much.
He doesn't run around saying anybody's a horrible fighter.
Yeah, he did. He did
Who?
say about Boo Andre. Come on, man. You know what's going on. Come on, Troy. What's going on, man? See you, man.
He's never fought Andre, so basically he can say anything he wants. He's never fought him. He's never fought him.
Another undisputed title.
So he can say that.
All you gotta do is fight one guy. You don't fight him. Come on, I'm consistent with my shit. I don't like that shit Canelo did. I don't like that shit Bud did. It's the same. If I remember correctly, Charlo didn't fight Andres either, and they were in the same weight class for years. They had the same, and the man didn't. He reneged.
Yeah. Go ahead and make up the excuse. Go ahead and make up the excuse for your man. Go ahead.
I mean, you can't accept the fact. That's not my fault, my brother. But I'm gonna let you know.
There's always an excuse why PBC fighters are not fighting. There's always an excuse why PBC fights don't get made. The PBC is going to die pretty soon. I hope you do realize that. It's going to die.
If you cut in a deal like that and somebody did you like that, you wouldn't fight his ass either.
The PBC fight is the PBC is going to die pretty soon.
It is anti-PBC shit, man. Come on.
I'm anti foolishness. I'm anti foolishness. That's what I'm anti.
Bro, come on, we DMV bros, man. We can't be rolling like that.
Okay, I'm from my mother and my father. That's who I'm from.
Then forget you, then, Troy. No, man, the fights need to happen, man. That's all I'm saying.
Well, talk to Al Heyman. Talk to Al Heyman. Tell him to get the hell out the way.
I just want the fights, man.
Talk to your boy Al Heyman. Tell him to get the hell out the way.
So Al by himself is the only problem. Ain't nobody else.
That's right.
The guy that
he's the one
you talk to on the phone, and the guy that
follow the pattern, man. I gave you 4 fights that could have happened that didn't happen.
Was Bob Arum the problem?
Okay, well, Bob Arum wasn't the problem when it came to Santa Cruz and Gary Russell. What was the problem there?
So why was he a problem between Earl Spence and
No. What was the problem with Santa Cruz and Gary Russell?
I mean, come on, bro. It's a 17-minute video on YouTube right now. They kept asking the man, when can we get these guys in the ring? When can we get these guys in the ring? When can we get
What was
these
the problem with Spencer Thurman? What was the problem with Spencer Thurman?
Come on, you're a promoter and you can't answer the question.
What was the problem with Spencer Thurman happening?
The question, bro. Troy, he never answered the question, bro.
That should tell you something.
You don't say nothing. You
And
standing right here 17 minutes.
wait a second now.
Best thing you need to do is stay away from Terrence Crawford.
No,
He's
but I
talking
asked
to
you two
Terrence
questions that
right
you
now.
never
Talking about
answered.
you want to fight
No. Black Star asked you
What is
two
it, Troy?
questions that you just ran
What
away
you want to
from.
answer, Troy? What you want
I
to answer,
asked him
Troy?
about Santa Cruz and Gary Russell not happening, same side of the street. I asked him about Spence Thurman not happening. He ran away from both
Okay,
those
listen
questions.
to this. Listen. Okay, all right. I answer him. You saying Gary Russell and Santa Cruz, right?
Never happened. Same side of the street.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you this because listen to this. It's already some going on between the Russells and the PBC. We already know that. It's some going on because they have never gotten the fights. We know this. Gary Russell, the only way Gary Russell was fighting was because he had the WBC title, so all he was fighting was mandatory fights. It was some going on with that. Now, who else did you say?
Spence Thurman.
Spence Thurman. The reason why we never got the Spence. Hold on. The reason why we never got Spence Thurman fight was because when Spence asked for the fight, Thurman told him get a strap. So hold on, listen. He told him get a strap. He said he wasn't worthy of fighting because he didn't have a strap. At that time, my man had he had the WBA title. Listen, he turns around and wins the WBC title from Danny Garcia. Earl winds up goes get the IBF title from Kell Brook. Spence says, "Hey, what's up? I got a title." For some reason, my man Thurman goes into inactivity. He WBC strips him of the title. He never gets to defend it for inactivity.
Okay. Can I say one thing?
You
said something. You said Thurman.
Okay.
Go ahead. Because my phone's dying, so I'm gonna have to jump off here pretty soon. So go ahead.
Then Thurman takes a fight with Pacquiao, loses his title.
Mm-hmm.
By then, Earl Spence is like, man, listen, I don't want to fight Keith Thurman because when I was coming up, he didn't want to give me a chance. Now that I am more than Keith Thurman, why would I give Keith Thurman a chance to eat off of me when he didn't ever give me a chance to eat off of him? So now it's back at Keith Thurman, and he don't like it.
Okay, well, let me say this, y'all. Now, if I'm correct, Basement, you said that Thurman told Spence to get a belt, right?
That's what he said.
Isn't that the go? No, okay, listen. Isn't that isn't that in the PBC handbook? Because that's what Spence told Crawford. Get a belt. You come first. He told him to come to 147. He did. He said get a belt. When he won the belt, he said, "Nah, I got to clean up my side of the street." And then after, let me finish. Then he told Crawford. Then he told Crawford that he's across the street, right? Then he told Crawford about Bob Arum, right? Come on now.
You're saying inaccurate things, Troy.
That sounds like the PBC handbook to me, baby. Get a belt. Get a belt. That's not the PBC handbook.
Hold on, Troy. The thing is inaccurate about what you're saying, Troy, is this.
Nothing.
When Spence told Crawford, I will clean up this side of the street first and then come see you, because listen to this. He knew all them guys were in-house fights. And he went and had in-house fights and made title fights and won the titles. Listen to this. If Crawford was so serious about really making a fight like this magnitude happen, when he was at 140, and he signed a contract extension with Bob Arum for the 2-year extension, why would he have done that knowing that everybody that he needed to fight at 147 was on the PBC side?
Let me say this to you. Let me say this.
That's neither here nor there. That's neither here nor there. But said the Spence's defense is when he said that, he was telling Crawford, do what you want and just hold that WBO title. Do what you got to do. Survive. Just survive. And that's basically what he did. He survived. He fought
Let me.
guys like Amir Khan. He fought Sean Porter when Sean Porter was already through. It was already
No, Sean Porter was not through.
It was
He was not
already
through.
pre-rehearsed. It was
He was not
pre-rehearsed
through.
that his father was gonna stop the fight. Come on, bro.
He
That
was
was
not through.
pre-rehearsed. That
If
was
he was a shot fighter,
pre-rehearsed,
then he
bro.
wouldn't have gone 11 rounds. No, he was not through.
Troy.
No,
You,
knock
Troy,
it off. Y'all keep saying
Troy.
that, but you can't prove it.
Troy, let me ask you something.
No, I actually have something else to say. I actually got something else to
Do
say.
you think Bud
Let me
wants
say
that
this.
fight?
What?
Do you think Bud wants this fight?
Do I think who wanted to fight?
Bud Crawford wants the Earl
Of course
Spence
he
fight.
did. He's a fighter's fighter. He has
Then
never turned down a
where
fight.
was
He has no
on
history of
April
turning down
16th,
fights. He has no history of
2022
turning down
at
fights.
AT&T Stadium?
He has no
After I
history of turning down
watched
fights.
Earl Spence beat the dog shit out of Ugas and say out.
He did?
Everybody knew it was coming.
He did?
Everybody knew it was coming.
I didn't see that.
Where was Bud
You see what?
Crawford? Where was Bud? Bud was hiding.
What does that have to do with anything?
Hold
What
on.
does it have to do with anything?
Troy.
It's still the fight still wouldn't have happened if the man came into the
See
ring.
what?
The fight still wouldn't have happened. Come on, man. Y'all just have to follow the patterns. The PBC don't make them type of fights. I don't have to lie about that. The facts are right there in your face. The facts are right there in your face. Blackstar, the PBC does not make the fights, big fights like that.
Man,
the facts are right there in your face. They can't even make in-house fights.
Standing there that he agreed to.
We're not going to go round and round on that again. Let me finish my statement. Let me finish what I was saying. Let me finish what I was saying. Let me finish what I was saying. Throughout the history of boxing, fighters have from different companies have fought each other. Let me finish, man. Throughout the history of boxing, fighters who have different promoters and different promotional companies have always fought each other. Hagler, Hearns, Ray Leonard, Hearns, etc., etc. Tyson against Lewis, Tyson against Holyfield. Different promoters, different networks. So you telling me that I'm sick of hearing about this cross the street and all this other stuff. The facts are the facts and the patterns are right there. The PBC does not make these type of fights happen. And I read off to you 4 fights that were in-house that they never made happen. And you can't give me a valid reason as to why. Come on, knock it off. They just don't make those type of fights. They're not known for making them type of fights. Say what you want about Top Rank. They have a history of making big historic fights. The PBC does not. Oh, but they only been in business. They've been in business long enough to have made some noise. There's no company around that says, okay, we've been in business for almost 10 years and we ain't do shit. Well, except for the PBC. Okay? So knock it off with that nonsense. They just don't make the fights that the fans want to see. And if you can prove me wrong without all the lip service and just say, okay, well, they made this fight, that fight. No, they didn't. And they will never do it because of the man that's sitting at the helm. He's just supposed to be an advisor. So why does he have all this authority if he's just an advisor?
So Troy, people didn't want to see the Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder fight?
People wanted to see Joshua and Wilder. That was a replacement. That was second best. That wasn't the first choice.
That's because, Joshua didn't want their fight.
Of course, there we go again. It's always the other person's fault. It takes two to tango, baby. And if $100 million doesn't motivate you to sign a contract, nothing will.
But it was a slave contract.
I've never heard of a slave having a contract worth $100 million. Can you please stop saying that? It's just insulting. It's insulting.
Criticize a contract when the guy agreed to everything in it. Explain that part to me.
Which guy? Which guy?
It don't matter. The guy that's supposed to sign it.
Which guy? Which guy agreed to what? Which guy agreed to what?
Yeah. See? And see, Troy,
which guy? You said you didn't give me a name. You didn't give me a name. You said and the guy. No.
Ain't on the contract.
You see my point where you can't prove me wrong, so now you're going with all the rigmarole, right?
You just standing there with blinders on and you won't face the reality that's staring you dead in your face.
The reality is that Santa Cruz never fought Gary Russell. The reality is that Wilder never fought Joshua. The reality is that Spence never fought Thurman. The reality is that Jacobs never fought Charlo. Charlo hasn't fought in over a year. He ain't fighting nobody, so we can scratch him. Okay, we can just knock him off. All of that. There's a bunch of PBC fighters fighters that's supposed to be top guys, they're sitting around not doing nothing. They, but you just stated that, but
be ashamed of his damn self.
you just stated a few minutes ago. You just stated a few minutes ago that Bud agreed to everything, and now you're saying that he agreed to nothing. You see how you double talking and contradicting yourself? You just contradicted yourself, man. Stop talking.
He's going to be 42 years old before you know it.
And he's going into the Hall of Fame, and Spence is not. Spence is not going into the Hall of Fame, but Crawford is.
I was old, and you the reason for the delay.
Whatever. He does not. He does not need Spence. He can retire today, and he's guaranteed a spot in the Hall of Fame. Spence ain't going to the Hall of Fame. He's not.
An intelligent young black man that's in great physical condition to this day and in good health, and thank God for that. But you gotta admit, bro, the man didn't sign the damn contract, and it's his damn fault by the fight.
Out of the two of them, you know, who signed the contract? Out of both fighters, who signed the contract? Out of both fighters, stop talking, take a breath. Out of Spence and Crawford, who signed the contract?
7 months, and then it comes out that she was
notice he's not answering my question, right, Basement? I asked him a simple question. Who signed the contract? Spence or Crawford? Who signed the contract, Black Star? Black Star, take a deep breath. Who signed the contract?
Man,
Who signed the contract?
Bud Crawford.
And not Spence either.
Not Bud Crawford.
And not Spence either.
I'm gonna sign a contract to fight nobody. Makes perfect sense.
I didn't see Spence signing no contract. Did you? I didn't see Spence signing a contract.
And he don't sign it.
Did you hear of Spence signing the contract? Did you hear anywhere of Spence signing the contract?
Who signs the contract?
Did you hear of Spence signing the contract?
He did not. They gave him the contract.
Did Spence sign the contract? Just yes or no. Yes or no. Yes or no. Did Spence sign the contract? Can you give me a yes or no answer, please? Did Spence sign the contract? He's not going to answer me because he has to say no.
Come on,
he has to say no. Did Spence sign the contract? Yes or no? Yes or no, Black Star. Simple question. Did Spence sign the contract?
Troy, stare into the light, man.
Basement, can I ask you a question? Did Spence sign the contract?
Stare into the light, Troy.
Did Spence sign the contract?
Hey, Bud ain't signed, bro.
No. I didn't ask you who did not sign. I said, did Spence sign the contract?
Yes.
Where did he sign the contract? Where's the proof that he signed the contract?
Bud said himself he has not denied any of these things.
Where is the proof that he signed the contract, brother? Where? Did he sign the listen? Honest answer. Did Spence sign the contract? Since we talk about signing contracts, did Spence sign any contract?
Every time we pop
to the Spence people that's making the offer, did Spence sign the contract? It was Spence people making the offer, right? Wouldn't it make sense that Spence signed the contract first? Did Spence sign the contract? Notice that he's not going to answer me. He's not going to answer me because, as I stated, you PBC boys, you're just allergic to the truth. You're allergic to the truth, right? You keep thinking that. All I do is follow patterns, and I go by patterns.
He was looking for somewhere. The zone.
All I can say to you is this. All I can say to you is this. If you knocking out everybody, no one's going to want to work with you, and that's what Bud has been doing. He's been knocking out everybody. Okay, thank you very much. Now, back to this signing the contract. As I'm saying, at welterweight, he stopped everybody that he's fought. Everybody that he's fought. Okay, everybody.
Excuse me.
Spence couldn't knock out Mikey Garcia.
Did he fight Lucas Batista?
Couldn't knock out Mikey Garcia.
And guess what?
Okay.
He fought Mikey Garcia. Why didn't Bud fight him?
Because he don't fight nobody smaller than him.
Guess what?
He don't fight smaller people. That's why.
For you, Troy. Don't worry.
He don't fight smaller people than him.
Troy,
that's why.
One more for you, though, my brother.
And my phone is dying, so make it quick.
Garcia did fight Lucas Batista, the guy that he did not fight. Right?
Oh my God! We're not talking about Danny Garcia. Well, Danny Garcia has nothing to do with the conversation. So basically, you're praising Spence, whose biggest fight is against a guy that was smaller than him in every single way. Congratulations! Yeah, congratulations.
Look, I
have to go. My phone's on 9%. My phone's on 9%. It's been good coming back, man. It's been good.
Look here,
all due
man. Come on,
respect to
man.
y'all.
Look.
It's
Stay
been
in the
all
light,
due
Troy. Come
respect.
on in the light,
It's been
brother.
all
Come in the
due
light, my
respect.
brother.
Well, let me tell you something, Basement. Are you still there, my good brother? All right. Are you still there, my good brother,
Come
Basement?
on, Troy. We gotta get you in the light, my brother.
Hey, Basement. Where did
You won't
Basement go,
stay in the
man?
light, Basement. I don't know what we can do, but it's a critical case here.
I think Basement went to the bathroom. But let me tell you this. It's always fun, it's always respect, but
Yeah,
listen to
man.
me.
Most definitely.
When you have the Troy Graham on your show, right? He's not one of the great ones. He is the great ones. You have to come better than that, brother. You have to come better because you have to understand
As
greatness only
great
comes
as
along.
the great Troy
Greatness only
Graham
comes
is, that's
along
my brother in
once
mad respect. But I
in a
gotta
blue
say this.
moon.
He
That's
will
why
not acknowledge the fact that the
and
man will
you
not
are
sign that
welcome.
damn contract he
Oh,
agreed
get
to.
off me these damn
Come on, man.
slides. But listen, you listen, man. The door's always open for you to come to Major Key Boxing. The door's always open for you to come to the Troy Graham Experience.
We coming.
And
We
you know,
coming. We
anytime,
coming, man. We gotta
man,
chop
the
it up.
door's always
That's
open, man.
fair. That's
It's
fair.
all due respect, man. I'll give you the
Yes,
same
sir.
time that you gave me. But right now I'm parched and my
All right,
damn
my brother.
battery's dying.
All
All
right,
right.
man.
And Basement went to the
Stay till you
bathroom
die,
on
man.
me.
Stay healthy, man. We wish you
And
well.
you still haven't watched that cartoon yet, have you, Bama?
Oh man, the Black Star thing. Yeah, I seen that, man.
What did you think?
Yeah, I just ain't seen you since that time, but I did get a chance to see it though.
Oh,
Yeah, I
think
would have did a couple things different, but it was all right, man. I'm glad to see my name out there. You know what I'm saying? Make me famous.
Yeah, man. But let me tell you the history about that real quick. That was supposed to be a black man, not a Native American. But even in the 80s, they thought that it would be too powerful for a black man to be a superhero. So they made him a Native American. Now,
Ain't that crazy?
fast forward to Black Panther of current day. The reason why they don't want to replace Chadwick Boseman is because they don't want such a powerful black superhero in the lead of anything. If Superman could be replaced, if Batman could be replaced, Black Panther can be replaced. Don't you think so?
Yeah, see that? But you know, the whole thing about it was Killmonger stole the show. They made sure they killed
That doesn't
him
make a difference. That doesn't make a difference. Luthor stole the show. Joker stole the show. Batman always was replaceable. And I tell you, no. Hold on, for my phone died. You know who should be there? John David Washington should play Black Panther.
Yeah. Oh, I like that.
John David Washington.
Yeah, I like that.
Now,
I like that.
On that note, I'm going to go because I'm on like 5%. And again, it's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure talking to some people that have some sense. But please understand that there's only one Troy Graham. And if you want to experience him, you'll come to the Troy Graham Experience on Major Key Boxing. Bless up yourself at all times.
And Troy, you need some Jimi Hendrix music on there too, brother.
I can't even laugh. My throat dry as hell. Shut up.
Troy Graham, man, that's a good brother, man. But you know, I was trying to bring him into the light, but he didn't seem like he wanted to come into the light. I don't know. I'm gonna work on my brother, try to get him there, but he's something else, man. The man won't sign the contract, man. You know, that's the most. I mean, every time I think about it, man, it just make me just exhale because that's how close we were. You know, all these months of anticipation, and they negotiating, and they talking about this, and Bud want this, and Bud don't want that. We went through all this. It was so bad that even my brother Basement had on here no Bud zone. We wasn't talking about Bud Crawford because we was tired of it, because we've been doing it for years. But we felt like we was finally coming down the runway. You know, Earl put the call out right after the fight. You know, hey, I got these belts. Now, Bud, I'm coming to get your shit. Bud should have been in the house that night, but he wasn't. I was looking around. I ain't seen him. I seen David Benavidez. I seen the Charlos. I seen some other fighters. They there, but I don't see no Bud. Bud at home with Twitter fingers. That told me a lot right there. He got Twitter fingers. You know, should have had his punk ass in the house and expedite this damn fight, but he didn't do it. But they started negotiations just a couple weeks after that, so it did get kicked off. And they went on for 6-7 months. And he, crying for this and crying for that and asking for this and asking for that and don't want this, don't want that, and I can't go to Dallas, I don't this. All this old whatever of somebody who don't want a damn fight. It's an undisputed fight that is offered to you that another guy has put together from the bottom to the top. He didn't gather all the damn belts, did all the damn work to stage it. It's one fight for your punk ass. Last time you wanted, you had two, and the other guy had two. See? You see what I'm saying? Give us little shortcuts. This guy went the long route. But they keep talking about, oh, well, he's talking about the easy route. Oh, yeah, easy route is getting all the titles one by one and told you to your face 5 years ago. I'm gonna take all these, and then I'm coming to get your shit. And just like he said, you next, Bud. And where Bud? Crickets in that motherfucker. Crickets. He on Twitter. You know, as soon as he was fighting Ugas, he had all this, where the big fish at? He talking all that mad shit because he was in a fight. Soon he get out of the fight, hey, can't nobody find him. Don't nobody know where yet. Then all these funny negotiations. Then the $25 million that come out of nowhere. Well, if they was offering you 25, how you settle for 10? Anybody thought about that? Why would you settle for 10 if you had 25 on the table? Earl say, look, man, if they offer you 25, well, then who did it? Where? Oh, I can't tell you that. Well, why don't we all get together and talk about it? I don't think we want to do that. Who the hell going to make a deal like that? Stupidest shit I ever heard in my life, man. 25 fucking million. If you had 25, man, come on, bro. Who going to offer Bud Crawford $25 million for any damn thing? He can't promote nothing. He don't bring he don't have no pay-per-view audience that's gonna follow him. This shit he got now gonna flop. Ain't nobody buying that shit. They can make it $22.22. Ain't nobody buying that bullshit. I hope he fuck around, get caught, get knocked the fuck out. It wouldn't hurt my feelings at all because he's the worst thing in boxing right now, in my opinion. He took the biggest fight in boxing that all the fight fans wanted, and he threw it in the trash. Talking about $10 million for BLK Prime, which BLK Prime is not even gonna make it. That shit ain't gonna make it. How's it gonna make it? It's got him and Adrian Broner. And even though I like to see Adrian Broner do well, but you got to be realistic about it. He's not in a good spot right now. I hope to see him do better. I like to see him grow. It's a good deal for AB though. Now that part I have to say. Now AB taking that deal and taking the money and getting going, that could be a good thing for him. Keep him busy like he's been saying. And you know, for a while we haven't heard anything negative, so that's good there. I like that part. But when it comes to Bud Crawford, man, I don't want to hear none of this dumb shit. I don't want to hear none of it. This man, they keep talking about, and what is he? And that's another thing I couldn't understand. My brother Troy said something about the man was two undisputed. Well, too well. You know, he didn't fight Lucas Matisse. He didn't fight Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia fought him though, took care of that beast. That was the one everybody was afraid of. Where was Bud ass at? Bud wasn't trying to get in there. He was laying low like a motherfucker in the background, hoping for an opportunity. Let that other guy go out there and let another killer go out there and take care of him, get him out the way. Then, okay, yeah, now I'll fight for a title. Then he comes to 147 to do the same damn thing. He sneak in the back door, come in. So I'm going to choose Jeff Horn. I'm going to fight the worst fighter at 147. And I'm going to come in here and everybody's going to talk about I'm pound for pound because you got a segment of society, ESPN, Top Rank, that supported you. Because the only reason for supporting you is to shit on Earl Spence and Al Heyman. And everybody who accepts the storyline that this bum tells, they all say the same. Al Heyman. Man, miss me with that dumb shit. Sign the fucking contract. You agreed to it all. They made the adjustments to what you had said. I mean, Earl put it out there plain. He ain't never refuted. He know that's what happened. So you know this is the deal. You agree to it. They send it to you, and then you get ghost for 2 weeks. All of a sudden, here comes BLK Prime. Man, you don't want no smoke. You ducking, you scared, you're running. And I ain't got no use for Bud Crawford, man. I ain't got no use for him at all. I think his career is pitiful. He's going to be a joke. 2 weeks after he retired, nobody's going to even remember his dumb ass. This was a fight he needed more than anything because he don't have one on his resume nowhere. Gamboa, come on, man. Really? This is pitiful, man. It is really pitiful. And then it's sad to see so many people who look at this situation and think Bud got a point somewhere. Where is the fucking point? There is no bigger fight on the table for him anywhere in his boxing future. And you go do something else to fight somebody that don't nobody know, don't nobody care. How does this make? They say with 10 million, well, that 10 million may cost you 50 million. You worried about guarantees. You know, percentages can be way more than guarantees. Just like Al tried to tell him, why put a ceiling on yourself? This fight gonna sell it. And even on top of that, you don't really have to promote this fight. We are doing that for you. But then you come out and you make a video where some YouTubers is just killing the sport and all that. You stupid ass. If it wasn't for us, nobody would know nothing about your dumb ass. Fuck Bud Crawford, man. Let's talk about somebody like my man Devin Haney. You know, big respect to the young G, man. That young dude right there, man. He writing the book on showing all these young fighters coming up need to follow Devin Haney. Devin Haney said, fuck everything. I don't care what nobody got to say. I'm in this gym. I'm busting my ass. I'm doing everything, and I know what I can do. I don't care about what nobody out there doing. I don't care what they got. I don't care who's supporting them. I don't care about the money, the location, the fan base. I don't care about nothing. You meet me in any ring, and I'm coming to whoop your ass. And he did that. Undisputed. And not just beat his ass once, beat him twice. Young Buck did this. Not no OG from Omaha, Nebraska, running around ducking, hiding from smoke. Come on, man. How in the hell he got any respect? How you get respect on the streets for doing some old punk ass shit like that? Nah, man. See, it troubles me because it lets me know that the younger generation, we really got to pay attention to them. Because something is lost here. Something done been disconnected. That they can't recognize the real. Or they don't know what to look up to, what to be admired. Courage should be admired. You know, self-confidence should be admired. Not run, ducking, and hiding, looking for excuses. And, you know, we was gonna fight, but Earl, and, you know, Al Heyman is his guy. He's gonna do for him. He is his, you know. The man is offering you more money than you have ever made in one fight, regardless. You had guarantees your career, and you was a drain to Bob Earl. Bob Earl, you out there, and Bob ain't begging you back. Bob don't give a shit about no Bud Crawford. Because Bud didn't make him no money. He tell you that. Because Bud talk, I want you guarantee, I want you guarantee. Nobody's going to give him that money. He not earning anything.
Hey, Black Star.
Hey, brother.
Good brother. Hey, I got to close the show down because we got to go because they about to start our fights. Our amateurs having their last amateur fights today. We got 3 guys having their last amateur fights tonight.
Oh, okay. That's cool, my brother. Yes,
hey, I appreciate it. Hey, we gonna be back on tomorrow. Let's talk about Montana Love.
Okay, that'll work. Let me know what time and everything, man. We'll definitely link up.
Yeah, I appreciate you for coming through, bro.
Hey, no problem, man. I seen the link, man. I was out moving around. That's the reason why I can't put my face. I'm out here moving around. But I had to get on here, man. Especially when Troy come on here talking them daggone falsehoods that he talking.
Oh yeah, I had to bring Troy. It's been a long time, man. Hey, like I say, I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna call you a little bit later. Answer your phone.
Okay, bro.
Hey, I appreciate it. This is my good brother Black Star Sports TV in the building, man. Subscribe to my good brother, man. His channel, podcast, Instagram, Facebook. He on all social medias, man. I appreciate everybody for coming through, man. Everybody in the chat. I gotta go, man. I'm not trying to end the show like this, but I'm about to be running late. I appreciate everybody for coming through. We're gonna probably do a show tomorrow, make up for not dropping the show last week, and we'll pick it up from there. We got Montana Love tonight, and Richard Henderson. We got him tonight too. So watch these cards tonight, and we'll come back tomorrow with a Basement Boxing Talk on Sunday. I appreciate everybody for coming through, man, supporting the channel, man. Subscribe, like, and comment. I appreciate everybody for coming through this Basement Boxing Talk. Appreciate everybody. Thank you.
Yes, indeed, man. Spread the word about Basement Boxing Talk, man. Best boxing talk on YouTube, man. That's real talk. Spread that past that, get that word out there. Support my brother, man, for sure. And thanks, good brother. And have fun at the fights.
Okay.